from Tech Field on the campus of Arkansas Tech University. It's time for the 2017 home opener for Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys Baseball, as your Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys will begin their three-game series against the Griffins of Missouri Western, representatives of the MIAA. We appreciate you joining us here on this absolutely perfect and gorgeous Friday night. My name is Matt Jenkins. My broadcast partner, Mr. Daniel Turner, will be joining me in just a moment. The Wonder Boys come into this game with a record of 1-3 and will be looking to get back on the winning track here in the friendly confines of Tech Field. After a tough road loss against Lyon College in Batesville, Arkansas this past Wednesday, Zach Lukowski is leading the Wonder Boys with a .500 batting average, and along with Kyle Love, they both lead the team with 5 RBIs. Blake Sullivan picked up the win against Tech's season opener against St. Mary's, firing 1 1/3 innings of scoreless relief. Their opponent for the Wonder Boys today, the Missouri Western Griffins, they enter tonight's ballgame with a 1-3 record as well, as they have fallen to Southern Arkansas, Oklahoma Christian, and Lubbock Christian before taking their first win of the year, a 14-4 win over Newman College. Nick Golly and Ryan Smith will lead the way offensively for the Griffins, as Golly and Smith have provided the punch offensively, while Dustin Agnew, 1-0 with a 1.5 ERA, has been the top pitcher for the Griffins. And now, welcome to the broadcast booth, Daniel Turner. Daniel, it's baseball season once again here for Arkansas Tech.
It's a great day to be back. We're under the lights. It's what, 70 degrees outside?
You can't get much more perfect than this.
You have two teams that are struggling here early, but I think our Tech Wonder Boys are going to be great, and that Missouri Western team is no slouch.
Just like you said, both teams coming to this game 1-3. A lot to prove this weekend. The Wonder Boys come to the game with 3 straight losses. What do the Wonder Boys do in your mind? What do the Wonder Boys need to do to get back into that winning column?
They just need to, on the mound, you need to stay ahead of hitters, don't fall behind hitters, and jump on them early.
Jump on, yep. I agree, but I think it's safe to say that Arkansas Tech leans heavily in the experience category. A lot of seniors and juniors make up this roster for the Wonder Boys, but I think the most eye-popping category that the Wonder Boys will have the strength is pitching. 7 seniors on the mound for the Wonder Boys that you'll see in the rotation throughout this game and possibly throughout for the season. Would you agree that pitching is going to be the key for the Wonder Boys to be successful this season?
Yeah, Coach Dawson talked about a couple weeks ago that he wanted to our pitching, our bullpen, and our pitching staff is just top-notch, and they're going to get a bunch of wins for us.
And as Paul Smith, our PA announcer and sports information director here at Arkansas Tech, is going through the starting lineups right now, we will go through those as we go through Arkansas Tech. We will go through Missouri Western as they come up to the plate. Left field, number 3, Marcus Wilson will be in left field for the Wonder Boys, followed by first baseman Dylan McDermott. No, he'll be wearing the number 2 jersey. Mounting out at second base, Corey Thompson will be second baseman, and third base Cody Westcott. And rounding out in the outfield, we mentioned left fielder Marcus Wilson. In right field, number 26, Mark Vaughn. And in center field, number 11, Seth Wheeler. And also into the infield, we mentioned first, second, and third base. At shortstop for the Wonder Boys, Connor Brady wearing the number 1 jersey. At catcher for the Wonder Boys, number 10, Jake Harvey. And on the mound for the Wonder Boys, number 15, Humberto Montiel. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Montiel will come into the game with an ERA of 11.57, but in his leadoff percentage of .400. So a good opportunity here for Montiel to get off to a good start for the Wonder Boys.
Yeah, he likes to get ahead of hitters. He had a rough first outing at St. Mary's. He only went 4 2/3, gave up 6 runs. But I think he's going to come out tonight.
Absolutely.
He's going to be ahead of hitters. He pitches to contact. If he limits those free passes, he's got a shot of giving us 7 innings.
And you know this team has got to be excited to be back home. They had a 3-game series in San Antonio, Texas against St. Mary's, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. A tough loss against Lyon College. So you're back home. We got a pretty packed house tonight. But like you mentioned, they've got to feel good to be back home. That's any team, though.
There's nothing like playing at your home stadium,
absolutely,
in front of your home fans. It's just a great atmosphere out here.
As Paul Smith, we are getting our announcers out. When we start our national anthem, we will pause for that national anthem. We will turn our microphone that we have down on the field on so you can join in and listen. Once again, you're listening to Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys Baseball live on ArkansasTechSports.com. We will pause for the national anthem.
join us in standing. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor America and those who serve our country with the performance of our national anthem. Performing the anthem tonight is Abby Vostok.
That it's now time for some Wonder Boys baseball. The Wonder Boys, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, taking on Missouri Western. This will be the first game of our three-game series here at Tech Field, as we're playing right now. But the doubleheader will start tomorrow. Make sure you come out to Tech Field. We will have full coverage of that, though. If you can't make it, you can tune in to ArkansasTechSports.com, as always, for more information. First pitch tomorrow for this game will be at 12 o'clock noon. Game 2 of that doubleheader will start about 30 minutes after the conclusion of Game 1. An estimated start time, though, of 4 o'clock p.m. Doesn't feel like we should be in baseball season right now. I mean, we got pretty unseasonably warm weather right now for February.
Everybody's in shorts and long sleeves. It's a great day to be in baseball.
Absolutely.
If you're not out here, you should be.
You should be, absolutely. And as we mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, Humberto Montiel will be on the mound for the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys at 11.57 ERA. Daniel mentioned earlier in the broadcast, loves to get ahead of hitters, loves to get ahead in the count. And Montiel will look to do that for the Wonder Boys. Leading off, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, one of the players to watch for Missouri Western, center fielder number 4, Nick Golly, will lead off for Missouri Western, batting .562 on the year. A very solid hitter for Missouri Western to lead off here. And he'll step his way into the circle. Got to get out of softball mode into the circle. We got to step into the box for Golly will.
And if you're Montiel, you want to get ahead of him. You don't want to fall behind.
Absolutely.
Because the leadoff hitters are hitting .400 against him. So you want to jump on those guys and don't give up free passes.
And here's to the first pitch, and the first pitch will be just outside for a ball. 1-0 count on the board. Matt Jenkins, Daniel Turner, we appreciate you joining us here on ArkansasTechSports.com. Here comes another pitch. That'll be high above the strike zone. 2 quick pitches and 2 quick balls.
It just seems like his arm side is lagging behind his front side, behind his lower half, and that's just...
There's the first strike of the at-bat, 2-1 count. And there comes another strike. That'll even the count up at 2 apiece.
Good job by Montiel. He fell behind early, and now he's trying to come back, and hopefully we'll strike out here.
And that will become a ball that will put a first full count here of the evening. Montiel looking to strike out this golf hitter right here. Here's the pitch, and that'll be the first strikeout of the evening. It's a good start for Montiel right there to strike out the leading hitter.
It was a good way to. He fell, like I said earlier, he fell behind, but he fought hard and just put the ball over the plate and was pitching to contact.
Absolutely. Coming up next to the plate will be left fielder number 35, Ryan Smith, batting .538 on the year. And that will be a strike on the board. That'll put an 0-1 count on the board. No runners on base after the strikeout. Here's the pitch just outside the strike zone. And that'll put the first ball with the at-bat. 1-1 count.
It looked like Smith was trying to get on there trying to bunt his way on, which is a good idea, but he let it go with the ball.
2-1 count here for Montiel. Here comes the pitch out. Oh, that will hit the strike zone. That'll even the count up at 2. Smith on the year has 7 hits, 4 runs, and 13 at-bats. He has 4 RBIs on the year, so he is tied of the people that's in the starting lineup leading the way in RBIs with 4. Andrew Curry, who will also be coming up to the plate here shortly, is tied with him with 4 RBIs.
Yeah, this Missouri Western team knows how to get runners when you have runners in scoring position, get them over, get them on, get them over, and producing runs.
Smith will get back into the box on a 2-2 count, 1 out, and here comes the pitch from Montiel. Waiting for the signal from his catcher. He took his head a couple times, and he will call for time. Big opportunity here. These are your 2 leading hitters for Missouri Western. That coming up next will be a 400 hitter, and that will be just outside the strike zone. And that'll get another full count for Montiel.
This is a key hitter for Montiel to get out, because if you don't get him out, you have Schreiner behind him.
And that ball will be hit towards left field, and Marcus Wilson will make the play. And that'll put the second out on the board. Looked like he got under just a little bit, but couldn't get enough power on it. Marcus Wilson was able to go out in left field and make the play.
It looks a little bit more like Montiel was trying to jam him there. Smith couldn't get his hands through and just flew out to left.
Here comes the pitch for Montiel. That'll be way inside for a ball.
That's 3 straight hitters. He's fell behind in first pitches. It's not what you want to see out of your starting pitcher.
Levi Schreiner will be at the plate for Missouri Western. Had to make sure I get his first name right. He'll come into the box with a 1-1 count. Here comes a 1-1 pitch into the dirt for a ball. That'll put the count at 2-1. Levi Schreiner, a 400 batting average, 438 on base percentage. In a 2-out scenario, though, he bats .333, and that will be out of play, and we've hit our first cow of the year.
It was bound to happen. Didn't think he would get in the first inning.
It's true. I mean, there's a lot of things we didn't think would happen in the first inning. The 2-2 pitch coming. That'll be a swing and a miss. Montiel's second strikeout, and that will end the top of the first inning. Montiel with 2 strikeouts, and the Wonder Boys will force Missouri Western to go 1-2-3. Coming up next for Arkansas Tech, Wilson, McDearman, and Harvey will lead off for the Wonder Boys. We'll take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back. The score is 0-0. You're listening to Wonder Boys Baseball. Welcome back to Tech Field. Matt Jenkins alongside Daniel Turner. The Wonder Boys force Missouri Western go 1-2-3 in the top of the first. That's a good start for the Wonder Boys defensively.
Yeah, you can't ask for a better start. You didn't give up any free passes. You had 2 strikeouts, which is great if you're Coach Dawson and that pitching staff.
Absolutely. Well, coming up next, the Wonder Boys will take the plate to get their offense rolling. Wilson, McDermott, and Harvey will be leading off here for the Wonder Boys. On the mound, though, for Missouri Western, Ian Cassidy will be on the mound in his first appearance of this. Actually, it's not his first appearance. He's pitched 1 1/3 of an innings off 3 hits. Just has not allowed an earned run. That's why I kind of had to double take, because he has a 0.00 ERA. And here we go for the Wonder Boys. Marcus Wilson will lead off for the Wonder Boys. 231 batting average, 313 on base percentage. A great leadoff man for the Wonder Boys, who puts a lot of speed on the bases.
Yeah, you want to get Marcus on the bat.
Right on cue, Marcus Wilson will drive it deep into center field, and he will get a leadoff single.
What a way to start off.
Exactly. I mean, right on cue. That's exactly what you want out of your leadoff man.
You wanted a quad AB.
There we go. For those of you that are new to Wonder Boys baseball broadcast, Daniel Turner's favorite thing to say is quality AB. That's number 1 for the game. Anyway, we like to have fun here on our broadcast. Dylan McDermott now will step into the box for the Wonder Boys.
Don't be surprised if Dearman lays a bunt down to move Wilson over to second.
You can tell Missouri Western's ready for it. They'll throw back to first. Wilson will be safe.
Do you send Wilson here?
I think you do try to send Wilson. I mean, as we mentioned, Wilson has a lot of speed, and you really want to try to get your runners in motion. You can tell Missouri Western's ready for it. They'll call him safe again.
And with Marcus having that speed on the base pass, don't be surprised if Coach Dawson calls a hit and run here. You have Dylan hit the ball on the right side, because there's a big gap between first and second. You hit the ball through there, you possibly could have runners first and third.
Wilson has stolen 2 bases this year. And 3 straight throws to first base. We haven't even got a 1-0 count on the board after the ball that was thrown across. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That will throw it back to first. Wilson, again, they're really making sure they're keeping Wilson in check.
Yeah, they're just making sure he doesn't get that big lead and that good jump.
Watch him. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Deep to left field. That ball will get down. It'll hit the fence. Wilson rounds second, and he will be held up at third. That'll be a double for Dylan McDermott. Back-to-back big-time hits for the Wonder Boys.
It was a good job by Dylan. Cassidy threw the ball in the inner half. He made sure he got his hips through, hands to the baseball, hands the ball in the left field corner.
Jake Harvey will come up to the plate now for Arkansas Tech. Batting .455 on the year, second in the team in this particular starting lineup in hitting. And he will step into the box with some really good base runners on the plates right now.
And this is the guy you want to plate. Like you said, he's hitting .455, hitting .250 with runners in scoring position. If you're JK, you just want to put the ball in play and score 3 runners on the base.
That ball will be outside for a ball. 1-0 count. Dave Dawson giving the signals. Head coach of the Wonder Boys. Runners on second and third after the big hit from Dylan McDermott. Here comes the windup and the pitch. 1-0 count. He will drive that deep into center field, and here comes Wilson coming to home. McDermott will be held up at third, and the Wonder Boys are on the board. Jake Harvey will get credit for the RBI single.
Good job by Jake. Staying middle. Catching through the ball and down the plate, and he just made sure he hit it right where it came from.
That's exactly what you want out of your Wonder Boys. Your top 3 hitters, they were able to get on base and get the run across. And still no outs on the board. Zach Krakowski will come up to the plate. The big man, the DH, batting .500 on the year with a slugging percentage of 87. Let's see what Krakowski can do here. Runners on the corners, first and third. And he will come across the plate. That'll be called for a strike. Looked like he tried to hold it, but wasn't able to do so. Put an 0-1 count on the board with no outs. Mark Vaughn is in the position coming up next. A throw back to first, and he will be safe.
And coming in, sort of a side note, coming in this game, Zach is on a 4-game hitting streak, and I believe on a 4-game on-base streak, or reach base. He's reached base safely in the first 4 games.
And that will be a ball that will put a 1-1 count on the board. And here comes the 1-1 pitch.
And the ball gets away to the catcher.
And there we got a run coming across. Harvey will advance to second. That will bring McDermott home, and the Wonder Boys are now up 2-0. You couldn't have mapped a better start for the Wonder Boys here than the bottom of the first.
You had some great ABs. You hit the ball.
Zach Krakowski will be back into the box on a 2-1 count. Well, runner at second. Looked like he called for time, and here comes the pitch. 2-1 count. Runner at second. Krakowski is going to drive that just foul off the first base line. Looked like he tried to get under it a little bit. You know that Krakowski is going to be wanting to try to get that over the outfield fence for a home run.
Yeah, if you're Zach there, you just want to put the ball in play. You have runner on second. You have less than 2 outs. You want to put the ball on the right side. Make sure you move him up to third. Or, if Cassie loses that ball on the out of hard plate, go with that pitch. Don't try to pull it and roll it over. And you just want to put the ball in play.
Even counted 2, runner at second, no outs for Missouri Western here in the bottom of the first. Krakowski's going to drive that foul again. That'll keep the count at 2-2.
Great job by Krakowski to make sure he just keeps battling 2 strikes and doesn't go down looking.
Krakowski on the season has, at 16 at-bats, 8 hits, 2 runs, 5 RBIs. He has 3 doubles on the year and 1 home run. So Krakowski's had a strong start to 2017. The 2-2 pitch on the inside corner for a strike. That'll be the first strikeout for Cassidy.
There's not much you can do on that pitch. Cassidy broke that curveball off. It broke about 8 inches, and there's not much you can do.
Right fielder Mark Vaughn will come up to the plate now for the Wonder Boys, batting 136. Has struggled a little bit this year, looking to get on the right track. And you know that players that struggle from time to time, when they come back to their home field, that's when you start to see them blossom as hitters and try to get back onto that offensive outburst that we know Mark Vaughn is capable of.
And it's also a great sign to see Mark back. He was hindered by a foot injury, I believe, last year, and was out.
And Vaughn will take a ball on his first pitch.
And it's nice to see him back and healthy and doing great things for the Wonder Boys.
Runner at second for the Wonder Boys, Mark Vaughn at the plate. 1 out on the board on a 1-0 count, and here comes the 1-0 pitch. He will swing through, gets away from the catcher, but the runner will stay at second. Does Harvey. Evens the count up at 1.
It just seemed like Mark was trying to pull that ball. He was just out on his front foot, and he just threw his hands out there. It's just, if you're Mark here, you just want to stay back and just go with the pitch.
Cody Westcott in the on-deck position. The throw back to second, the pitcher will hold. Runner will stay safe at second. Even stays the count at 1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and that will be a curveball, looks like, from up here, and that will come across the plate for a strike. That'll put the count at 1-2.
If you mark here, you just want to battle here with 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play, and you don't want to strike out swinging here.
The 1-2 pitch, that will be low outside the strike zone. That'll even the count up at 2. Good eye from there from Mark Vaughn.
Yeah, it was a good job by Mark to not bite on that off-speed pitch. He just spit on it and just stayed in the count.
Even count pitch at 2-2. Vaughn gets a hold of it over to the shortstop. And now we've got a little chase down between second and third. And he will be out at second, but he will be safe at first is Mark Vaughn. So Mark Vaughn will get credit with the hit. But Jake Harvey will be tagged out at second.
It was almost like if you were Jake there, you saw the ball in front of you. Typically, you don't want to try to advance. If the ball's behind you, you want to move up. But if the ball's in front of you, you sort of want to freeze. And then, I mean, it was a good play by the shortstop.
You get that runner tagged out in the position. Cody Westcott is at the plate, and he will foul that out of play. Puts the first strike on the board for an 0-1 count. Runner at first with 2 outs on the board. Westcott batting 200 on the year. He also bats 200 with runners and in a 2-out scenario. And with runners on. The 0-1 pitch, Westcott's going to hold, and that will be called strike.
It just seems like all these Wonder Boys hitters are aggressive, but you want to be selectively aggressive. You want to see balls in the zone that you can do some damage with.
Absolutely. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, 2 outs, and he will strike out swinging. That will end the bottom of the first, but not before the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys get 2 runs of their own. One off an RBI, one off of a wild pitch. And the Wonder Boys will go into the top of the second with a 2-0 lead. We'll take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wonder Boys Baseball. Welcome back to Tech Field. Your Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys leading 2-0. Wonder Boys get 2 runs off 3 hits, no errors in the bottom of the first inning, and they look to continue their strong defensive effort that they got in the top of the first inning. David Glode will be at the plate here for Missouri Western, batting .417 on the year. And it'll be a ball for the first pitch. Alberto Montiel through 1 inning, or has 2 strikeouts, has not allowed a hit so far.
And Montiel's pitch was high for a ball, and it just seems like Montiel's trying to attack all these hitters.
That'll be inside. That'll be a foul and a strike. 2-1 count. And that's our second card that's broken.
I would feel bad for it. Thankfully, our cards are in the opposite.
We've been there before. 2-1 count. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Inside for a strike. That'll put a 2-2 count on the board.
Good pitch by Montiel. He was trying to jam Glad. It was a good pitch.
And that will be inside for a ball. That'll put a full count on the board. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The last time this happened, Montiel got the strikeout. Can he get his 3rd strikeout of the day? He will not. That will be just outside the strike zone for a ball, and Missouri Western will get a runner on.
It was a good battle by Montiel and Glad. It just seemed like Montiel has that problem of his arms, his throwing arm just gets behind is too late behind his lower half, and he throws it high and wide. If he just stays down through, he's got shot of throwing strikes.
Jeremy Alvarado will step up to the plate, number 5, batting .385 with a runner at first. And the throw back to first, he'll be safe. Alvarado on the year, 13 appearances at the plate, 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 RBI, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and 2 doubles on the year for Alvarado, a strong offensive player for the Griffins. And here comes the pitch from Montiel, and he came across the plate. Did Alvarado, that'll be called strike.
It's a good job by Montiel to battle back after giving up a leadoff walk. Got ahead of Alvarado, and now you just want to get a ground ball, double play, and then you eliminate the walk.
0-1 pitch. The throw back to first, just a tad late. Runner will be safe. A great heads-up play there from Harvey to try to get that out at first. Unable to do so, but still, great eye there to try to keep the runner put.
Yeah, it seemed like Glove had a bigger secondary than...
Even counted 1-1 pitch is coming. Runner at first. No outs on the board here for the Wonder Boys in the top of the second. Just outside the strike zone, gets away from Harvey, and the runner will advance to second, does Glove.
It almost seemed like Montiel he sort of yanked that one in. He threw across his body, and Harvey was trying to do his best to pick that ball, but just couldn't get to it. And now if you're Missouri Western, you have Alvarado still at the plate. It's a 2-1 count, so it's a hitter's count. You want to, if you're Alvarado, you want to have a grade AB, be selectively aggressive, and make sure you swing pitches are in the zone that you can do just some damage with. But if you're Montiel, you want to make sure that you attack him. Don't try to just throw strikes and pitch to contact and let your defense work behind you.
Runner at second on a 2-1 count after the wild pitch that would advance Glove to second. Montiel looking to strike out a strong hitter in Jeremy Alvarado. That pitch gets away from him. That'll put a 3-1 count on the board. Looks like he's trying to get that pitch in motion a little bit, just unable to try to keep it in the strike zone.
Yeah, it seems like he's throwing a little more across his body, and that's why it's going on the outer half of the plate.
3-1 pitch coming. Runner at second. Here's the pitch, and that will be outside the strike zone. That'll be the second walk of the inning for Montiel, and that'll put runners at first and second. Andrew Curry will step up to the plate now for Missouri Western, batting .167 on the year.
If you're Montiel, it was a good job by Harvey going out to Montiel and saying, hey, it's over, you got to flush it, and then you got to come back to this next hitter and just attack hitters, pitch to contact, let your defense work behind you.
Awaiting the call from his catcher, Jake Harvey. And here comes the pitch. Runners at first and second. The pitch. Inside the strike zone on the inside corner for a strike. Beautiful pitch there from Montiel.
Good job to battle back and get a first pitch strike there.
I don't think you have to worry about stolen bases right now. Neither of the base runners for Missouri Western have stolen a base this year. Right on cue, he goes for the bunt, so maybe I shouldn't speak so soon.
Yeah, it just seems like you're gonna have some opportunities to get some runners in scoring position. So you might want to play a little bit of small ball, get the ball down, move up the runners to second and third.
Even counted 1 after the attempted bunt. It goes outside the strike zone for a 1-1 count. And time will be called by Andrew Curry. And while they call time, make sure you come over to Tech Field tomorrow. 2 doubleheaders tomorrow. The game will start at 12 o'clock p.m. If you can't make it out to the game, tune in to ArkansasTechSports.com for live video, audio, and stats. Goes for the bunt again, pulls back, and just higher the strike zone. That'll be a ball for a 2-1 count.
Good pitch by Montiel. You wanna live there. You wanna attack the zone and make hitters and pitch to contact.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Montiel. For the bunt again, good bunt there from Montiel. Montiel, the play over at third. The ball gets away from the third baseman. Missouri Western will look like they will get a runner on the board. They will get a run on the board, and the runners will also advance to second and third. Montiel had the right idea to get the runner out at third. Looked like the throw was just a little bit low.
It seemed like he was trying to rush it, and he threw the ball away, got past third baseman, Westcott, and then which came to Missouri Western scoring their first run of the day.
2-1 is your score right now. Still have runners at second and third. Montiel in a pickle here. But looking to get out of this pickle. Needs a good strikeout here and a strong defensive play. Ryan Fisher, the designated hitter from Missouri Western, at the plate. The pitch, low the strike zone. That'll be a ball. For Ryan Fisher, batting .333 on the year. .429 on base percentage. And throughout the season, 6 appearances at the plate, 2 hits and 2 runs, 1 strikeout, and 1 double. The 1-0 pitch gets a high roller over the third baseman. That will bring 1 runner across from Missouri Western to play at home, and he'll be safe at home. A 2-run RBI from Missouri Western, and just like that, Missouri Western has taken the lead 3-2 over the Wonder Boys.
Yeah, it was a good piece of hitting by Fisher. He got jammed a little bit, but he made sure he got his hands just enough inside to get past over the head of Westcott for 2 runs.
That'll be Ryan Fisher's first RBI of the year. Logan Marston, will be at the plate here for Missouri Western. Runner at second. And time will be called. Think if you're Montiel right now, Daniel, you just need to settle down. Game is nowhere near out of reach. I mean, you still got a long way to go here in this ball game.
Yeah, if you're Montiel, you just got to be mentally tough. Flush what happened before and just attack the hitter at the plate.
First pitch, that'll be a bunt. It'll roll foul. That'll put Fisher back at second. Marston will go back to the plate on an 0-1 count. I think if you're Westcott right now, you need to be watching for that bunt.
Yeah, it seems like he's playing maybe a couple steps behind the bag or even with the bag. If I was Westcott, I'd probably play in on the grass and expect Marston to lay a bunt down, get a little small ball, and eliminate the runner at second.
Time was called there by the hitter, then Marston, and he will step back into the box. 0-1 count, runner at second, the pitch, and that will lay down a good-looking bunt. Montiel will get it, and he will be safe at first. Looked like a little bit of miscommunication there at first base.
It was a good job on Marston. It seems like as with Montiel being a right-handed pitcher, he falls off to the left side. So he pushed the bunt to the right side, and then it almost seemed like Montiel was to that ball, but Dearman sort of had that miscommunication and brought McDermott off the bag, and Montiel had a foot race with Marston.
Dusty Stroop, the shortstop for Missouri Western, at the plate. Runners at the corners, no outs here for Arkansas Tech here in the top of the second inning. Here's the pitch from Montiel. That'll be a strike. A big strike there for Montiel to try to get his confidence back.
Yeah, it's a good job on Montiel you want to lead off hitters with leadoff strikes. You don't want to fall behind early, and then you'll have chances of getting your hitters' counts.
Outside the strike zone for a ball. That'll even the count up at 1.
But if you never want to be in hitters' counts, then you leave balls up, and this Missouri Western team can hit the ball a little bit.
And that'll be a swing and a miss. Puts the count at 1-2. Montiel looking his third strikeout of the day. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Runners at the corners. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The third strikeout of the day for Humberto Montiel. And that's a big strikeout right there, trying to get that confidence back, as I mentioned in the earlier part of that at-bat. And that's a good start to get your confidence.
Yeah, it was a good job by Montiel to make sure he got ahead of hitters, and he battled back. He showed his mental toughness. And now you have Gawley, the leadoff hitter or top of the order hitter for Missouri Western. He struck out in the first inning. You just want to have the same approach as Montiel. You want to attack the hitter, pitch contact, let your defense work behind you.
And as Daniel mentioned, Nick Gawley leading, coming back to the top of the order here for Missouri Western. 0-1 count after the attempted bunt. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that will go foul. Quick 0-2 count. Struck out in his first appearance at the plate. Gawley batting .529 on the year. Runners at the corners. This is a big pitch here, right here for Montiel, and time will be called by Gawley. But a big pitch right here. If you can get this strikeout, you eliminate the potential of a pop fly to get that runner in from third to home.
Yeah, you don't want to. And if you're Montiel, you're only one pitch away from getting out of this tough inning.
0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Called out the fourth strikeout of the day for Montiel. 2 back-to-back strikeouts, and the Wonder Boys got 2 outs on the board with runners at the corners. Montiel battling back here in the top of the second inning.
And it's good to see Montiel battle back. He's had a tough second inning, but you see that he's still battled back, shown his little mental toughness, and attacked hitters, and just pitched to contact.
Just outside the strike zone is Montiel's pitch. Ryan Smith coming back to the plate. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. 2 outs on the board. Runners at the corners outside the strike zone for another ball. Puts a 2-0 count on the board. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Making a 3-0 count. 3 straight balls here for Humberto Montiel. Ryan Smith at his last appearance lined out to left field.
And if you're Montiel, you just want to attack hitters. Don't fall behind and give up free passes.
Here comes the 3-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Big strike there for Montiel. Puts a 3-1 count on the board. Montiel looking to get 3 consecutive strikeouts here to end the inning. On a 3-1 count, that'll be a called strike. Puts a full count on the board.
Smith was like 2 steps out of the box, and the umpire said, "No, oh, come on back.
Come on back here just for a moment." Got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A big pitch here for Montiel. And here comes the full count pitch. Pops it up towards center field. Going back to make the play is Wheeler, and Seth Wheeler makes the play. The Wonder Boys survive. The runners in the corner jam, but the Wonder Boys allow 3 runs in the process, lose their lead. But some strong hitters coming up for the Wonder Boys. Brady, Thompson, and Wheeler are due up here for the Wonder Boys. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 runners left on base for Missouri Western. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. The Wonder Boys trail 3-2. You're listening to Wonder Boys Baseball. Wonder Boys trail 3-2 here to start the bottom of the second inning. Matt Jenkins alongside Daniel Turner. We appreciate you joining us here on this gorgeous Friday night here on ArkansasTechSports.com. Got us a full house here for the home opener for the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys here to start the 2017 season. Connor Brady will come up to the plate now for the Wonder Boys. 5 appearances at the plate. No hits yet on the year. He was walked 1 time and has stolen 1 base on the year so far.
And what a time to get your first hit of the year at home, in front of your home crowd.
I just have to say I'm a little bit disappointed because last year Connor Brady's walkout music was John Cena. That was my one joke of every game, so I've got to think of a new joke for Connor Brady this year. And here comes Brady's first pitch, and it will be a called ball. Brady, a very patient hitter for the Wonder Boys, has a 286 on base percentage.
Yeah, Brady was a good lead-all or 9-hole hitter for Tech last year. He made sure he got on
Low of the plate, but that will hit the strike zone for a ball.
But if you're Brady here, you just want to stay in the zone. Be selectively aggressive. Don't try to force anything. Just go where the pitch is and just hit the ball somewhere.
Back-to-back strikes there for Ian Cassidy. Puts a 1-2 count on the board. Cassidy in the previous inning allowed 3 hits, 2 earned runs, I should say, but he got 2 strikeouts and allowed a double in the process. The 1-2 pitch for Brady. Ball will get away from the catcher, and Brady will hustle over to first, unable to get to first. That'll be an out for the Wonder Boys. Tough break for Connor Brady.
Yeah, it just seemed like he was out in front. Cassidy threw an all-speed pitch on the outer half. He got down on his front foot, and he was just early on that pitch, and it's a tough way to go down.
Corey Thompson, the second baseman, will step up to the plate. His very first appearance of the season, I should say.
Looked like Cassidy sort of got his foot stuck in the mound, but still got the pitch off.
Corey Thompson on a 1-0 count. Pops that up towards shallow right field, and it will hit the visitor side dugout. Puts an even count 1-1 on the board.
I like the aggressive. With his technique being so aggressive, they're getting after it on the first pitch. They're not letting it get into a pitcher's count before they start being selected.
1-1 pitch high at the plate for a ball. That'll put a 2-1 count on the board. Seth Wheeler is on deck here for the Wonder Boys. Corey Thompson will get that popped up towards shallow center. And Nick Dolly will make the play for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down for the Wonder Boys here in the bottom of the second. But Seth Wheeler will step up to the plate here for the Wonder Boys. 167 on the year, 12 appearances at the plate, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 strikeout. One of those hitters, like we mentioned with Mark Vaughn, Seth Wheeler looking to get back on track here for the Wonder Boys. Low strike zone for a strike for an 0-1 count.
If you're a sick hitter, you want to jump on those first pitches. Because Cassidy will throw it around the plate. He's going to pitch the contact. So,
and there's a line drive over to second, and the play will be made there by David Glode, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Wonder Boys. No runners, as you heard from Paul Smith. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no man left on base. We're through 2. Your Wonder Boys trail 3-2. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wonder Boys Baseball.
Well, the Great-American Conference of Baseball action today. The score is final. Washburn 5, Southern Arkansas 3. Southwestern Oklahoma 18, Cameron 16. Harding 6, St. Edward 3. Nebraska Kearney 11, Washington Baptist 7. Arkansas Monticello 10, Southern Arkansas 5.
Welcome back to Tech Field. Before we get started here in the top of the third, your Arkansas Tech Golden Sun softball team was in action today. Doubleheader up in Bentonville, Arkansas, and Daniel, the Golden Suns got some big victories today.
Yeah, they got a big 6-0 victory in the morning game against Northwestern Missouri State, and then they had a tough game against Pittsburgh State, but came away with a victory, a big region victory, 5-4.
So 2 quality wins there for the Arkansas Tech Golden Suns. And we come back here to live action. Levi Schreiner, the right fielder, at the plate, struck out in his first appearance at the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And he'll take a strike, does the first pitch, and here comes pitch number 2 outside the strike zone for a ball. Puts the count at 1-1. Swing and a miss. Puts a 1-2 count on the board. Montiel looks like he's pitching with a lot of confidence now after battling back after that 3-run second inning, but really showed some really strong confidence to close out that top of the second inning, getting out of the runner corner jam.
Yeah, you just see the mental toughness that Montiel has. He had a rough inning, and he's came out this leadoff hitter. He's attacking him, throwing strikes, being around the plate, and wanting to pitch contact.
After 2 consecutive balls, full count pitch on the inside corner. Looked like it hit the batter, but I think they're going to call that hit the bat first. That'll be go down as a foul, and Toronto will stay put on a full count. Here comes the full count pitch. Deep hit towards center, and that ball will get down into shallow center. Be a leadoff hit from Missouri Western.
It's a good job by Schreiner. Montiel left the ball up a little bit. He threw his hands to the ball and put the ball in shallow center for a leadoff single.
David Glow will step up to the plate now. Was walked at his previous appearance at the plate. .417 batting average with a .533 on base percentage. Big time hitter for Missouri Western on the inside corner for a ball.
And Montiel's first pitch with the ball. I think that's 8 of the first.
Throw back to first, and that will be safe.
Like his first 8 to 10 8 out of the first 12 batters he's thrown to, he's let off with he's falling behind. It's not what you want out of your starting pitcher. You want him to start quick, start ahead, and start an attack hitters.
Pitch is low on the outside corner for a strike. Puts a 2-0 count on the board. Humberto Montiel, 3 hits on the day, 3 runs, 2 of those earned runs. Walked 2, but he has struck out 4 batters in the process. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Pops that up towards center field, deep into center field. Wheeler looking to make the play, and he will do so. And the runner will stay put at first.
Good job by Montiel. Sort of battling back after giving up that leadoff single and attack the hitter. And you see what happens when you pitch the contact and let your defense work behind you.
Jeremy Alvarado will step up to the plate now for Missouri Western. .385 batting average. He also walked at his last appearance at the plate, but now steps up in a 1-out scenario with a runner at first. And will be called ball. It's a 1-0 count on the board. The 1-0 pitch. Pops that one up towards shallow right. The play will be made in right field by Mark Vaughn. Great hustle there from Mark Vaughn to get that into shallow right.
Yeah, it was a good job of Mark Vaughn and Corey Thompson to go out there. That could have been some trouble, but thankfully Mark called Corey off, called the ball. It looked like there was a hit and run there by Missouri Western.
Looked like that's what they were going to try to do, but the ball popped up just a little bit higher than it probably wanted to. Nevertheless, 2 outs here for the Wonder Boys in the bottom of the second inning. A great inning here for Montiel, looking to finish off strong. Here comes the pitch to Andrew Curry, and that'll be a called strike. Andrew Curry had a sacrifice fly in his last appearance at the plate. Should say he reached on the sacrifice bunt, I should say. But on an 0-1 count runner at first, he came across the plate. That'll put an 0-2 count on the board.
Good job by Montiel. Ahead of hitters. Pitching to contact. Does well for you.
The 0-2 pitch is coming here for Montiel. Montiel very strong here in this inning. Only allowed 1 hit thus far this inning. Looking back to first, checking the runner. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. 2 outs, looking for strikeout number 5 on the inside corner. That'll be a called ball. Montiel's really working that inside corner. He's really working that right side of the plate, or I guess I should say the left side of the plate from the pitcher. But from my perspective, that right side of the plate, Daniel.
Yeah, on left-handed hitters, he likes to go in the inner half, and he tries to jam those left-handed hitters.
Runner going to second. Beautiful. Oh, he gets away from it. That was a good-looking throw, though, from Jake Harvey. And Connor Brady unable to make the play. The runner will advance to second, though. And while that pitch was thrown, it was a 2-2 count now after the ball.
It looked like Schreiner got a good jump on Montiel. It looks like he sort of needs to change up his looks because it's almost like this Missouri Western team knows the rhythm of Montiel.
The 2-2 pitch hits the net just right in front of our broadcast booth.
Thankfully, we're inside.
Yes, because if we were at softball right now, we'd be in a little bit of a different issue right now. Two-two pitch coming, and that'll be a slow chopper over to first, and unable to make the play. Looked like McDermott had a chance at it, but it looked like it just bounced off the upper part of his glove.
Yeah, it just seemed like he got that high bounce that you typically would want, but it almost like
caught him off guard a little bit.
Yeah, Darryl was trying to sort of funnel it in, and he just it hit off the hill of his glove.
Got runners in the corners again here for the Wonder Boys. Butcher in the 2-out scenario right now. Ryan Fisher will step up to the plate. And that'll be a called strike. Fisher in his last appearance at the plate had a single, but he also got a 2-run RBI out of the deal as Curry and Andrew scored. Andrew Curry scored, Jeremy Alvarado scored. So Ryan Fisher looking to do the same thing here. That pitch will be high on the plate for a ball.
This is a big out for Montiel. Fisher is hitting .500 with 2 outs and hitting .500 with runners in scoring position. So Fisher's used to this situation, and he comes up clutch.
Okay. And that will be a strike as well there for Montiel. 1-2 count, 2 outs here for Montiel. Ryan Fisher at the plate. Runners at the corners for Missouri Western. The 1-2 pitch on the outside corner of the strike zone. That'll even the count at 2.
It was a good pitch, Montiel. Left sort of maybe a little bit on the outside corner. But you can live with that, though. You want to stay away from the inner half of the plate.
The 2-2 pitch called at a strikeout. The 5th strikeout of the day for Montiel, and that strikes out the side. Missouri Western will leave runners in the corners. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. Wonder Boys still trailing by 1, but due up for the Wonder Boys. The last time these 3 hitters were up, it turned out pretty well for the Wonder Boys. Wilson, McDermott, and Harvey all due up for the Wonder Boys. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. You're listening to Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys Baseball. Welcome back to Tech Field. The Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys trail 3-2 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Matt Jenkins, Daniel Turner, we appreciate you joining us here on this absolutely perfect. I don't think you can get much better on this Friday night, Daniel.
Yeah, typically in in early February, you're expecting it to be 40 degrees outside, not 70.
Marcus Wilson will lead off here for the Wonder Boys in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The last time Wilson got up, he had a leadoff single. Inside for a ball.
Good job by Marcus. Let that ball on the inner half. He couldn't do much with it if he does hit the ball. Probably the best he's going to do is have a slow roller to the 3rd baseman.
And he swung through and missed that one for a 1-1 pitch. And here comes Wilson. 1-1 count. And time will be called. And here comes the 1-1 pitch for Wilson. The pitch. Just outside the strike zone on the lower corner for a ball. The 2-1 pitch. Wilson gets connection on that, and it will drop in center field. And here comes the speed of Marcus Wilson. That gets all the way back to the fence. Wilson rounding 2nd, going to 3rd, and he will get the triple. Marcus Wilson.
Great job by Marcus, having a great AB. He saw the ball in the half, got his hands through, hit the ball in the gap in probably the deepest part of the ballpark, and has a leadoff triple. That's what you want.
Dylan McDermott will come up to the plate now, batting .250 on the day so far. He is also 1 for 1 on the day. He got a stand-up double at his last appearance. The upper half of this Wonder Boys lineup, if it's any indication right now, is really playing strong here.
Yeah, they've had some quad ABs. They've been aggressive. They're attacking the first pitches.
Inside corner for a strike. McDermott on the year, .250 on batting average on the year, .412 on base percentage. Pitch rolls over the pitcher's mound. Second base makes the play at first. He is out at first. Bang, bang play. But in the process, Marcus Wilson comes across, and that'll tie the ball game up at 3 apiece.
Good job by Dylan. When you have a runner on 3rd, left strike, you want to put the ball in play. If you put the ball in play like he did up the middle, you get a ribby out of the deal. So it was a good job of producing with the runners in scoring position.
That'll put McDermott at 1 for 2 on the day, but in the process, he will get credit for the sacrifice run there. Puts the score at 3-3. Jake Harvey will step up to the plate, looking to bunt, pulls back. Probably a good thing because that ball was way outside the strike zone. That'll go down as a ball. Harvey, his last appearance, singled, but got an RBI out of the deal. And that came in the bottom of the first inning. And that'll be the first strike of the at-bat. Evens the count up at 1.
Good job by Harvey. You want to make sure he gets the ball up. Cassidy gets the ball up. And something you can do some damage with.
And that will be low. The strike zone puts the count at 2-1. Low the strike zone again. That puts a 3-1 count on the board.
And if you're Harvey here, you're the hitter's count. With 3-1 pitch, you want to put Cassidy in a box.
And then right on cue, that'll put the count at full. But I mean, just like you said, Cassidy is at the discretion of Harvey right now. I mean, Harvey's getting what he wants right now. He's getting a lot of good pitches, and he's getting to see what the pitcher's made of. The full count pitch drops that towards right field. Will it get down? It will not. Just off the right field foul line, the count will stay at full.
Like you said, it was a good hitter's count. And for that 3-1 pitch, I was saying that basically it was a hitter's count. You want to put him in a box, so he has to put one pitch, one spot that you can do some damage with. And it seemed like Harvey couldn't do any damage with it, so he just let it go.
Full count pitch, swing, and a miss, and that will be the 4th strikeout of the day for Ian Cassidy. Jake Harvey goes down swinging. And there you go from Paul Smith. Zach Lukowski comes up to the plate here for the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys.
Zach struck out looking after his first AB. He's looking to keep his hitting streak alive.
Just like Daniel said, he's 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out looking, though he is batting .471 on the year. 2 outs, 1 ball on the board, 1-0 count, 1-0 pitch, swing, and a miss. That'll put the count at even 1-1.
Like Cassidy had Lukowski out in front. Looked like he was going to hit that ball over right field.
Looks like that's what he was going for. Here comes the 1-1 pitch for Kukowski on the inside corner for a ball. The 2-1 pitch, high for a ball. Puts the count at 3-1.
If you're Zachary, you want to put, like Harvey was the previous AB, you want to put him in a box, find a pitch you can do some damage with. If you can't do any damage with it, let it go. Go 3-2, and then battle 2.
3-1 pitch, and that will be a ball, and Kukowski will take first base on the walk.
Good job by Zach to let that ball go. Now you have your runner on first. Good job by him to be productive with 2 strikes.
Mark Vaughn will step up to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day, had a fielder's choice come in the first inning. And the throwback to first will be safe. Mark Vaughn batting .167. One of those players that you really want to see try to get their batting average up. We know Mark Vaughn is a very capable hitter. We saw it last year quite a bit. That'll be a called strike there. But you know Mark Vaughn loves to hit. He's got a lot of power, big, strong kid. Yeah, you know he wants to come up big here for this year.
And you just know Mark's a disciplined hitter. He's not going to swing at any pitches or outside the zone.
Go back to first and he'll be safe.
So if you're Mark here, you just want to be disciplined, selectively aggressive, put the ball in play.
So essentially you just want him to have a quality AB.
Yes.
You're just not going to say that.
No.
That'll be a called strike for Mark Vaughn. Puts an 0-2 count on the board.
And now with 2 strikes, Mark, you got to battle back and just go down. If you strike out, go down swinging. You don't want to go down looking.
You do have a runner at first. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Low of the strike zone. He holds for a ball. Marston was able to hustle over there and make sure the runner stays put at first. Then Kukowski. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Runner at first. And the Wonder Boys have 1 run on the board, and they have had the ball game tied at 3. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Outside for a ball. That'll even it up at 2. Vaughn being patient at the plate now when he was behind in the count 0-2.
Good job by Mark being disciplined, having a quad AB, making sure you can put a ball in play, and just battle with 2 strikes.
Even count pitch at 2. Swing and a miss. That will tag him out. Looked like the catcher got away from him, but he's able to tag out Mark Vaughn, and that will end the bottom of the 3rd, but not before the Wonder Boys get 1 run on the board. And we are going to approach the top of the 4th inning. We will stay here. The Wonder Boys tying the ball game up at 3 apiece.
If you're Montiel here, you want to have a shutdown inning. You just tied the ball game up. You just want to limit the damage, attack hitters, don't fall behind them, give them free passes.
And while we are awaiting the start here of the top of the 4th inning, we'll take a look ahead and see what's upcoming for the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys baseball team. We mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. A doubleheader here at Tech Field starting at 12 o'clock p.m. tomorrow for a first pitch. Make sure, if you can, come on out here to Tech Field. We'd love to have you out here, but we understand if you can't. If you can't make it out, ArkansasTechSports.com has you covered. I imagine will be back on the call with you guys tomorrow throughout the doubleheader. There'll also be live video via our Athletics YouTube page. You can find all those links available at ArkansasTechSports.com. And then the Wonder Boys will hit the road on Valentine's Day. They will head down to Arkadelphia, Arkansas to take on Henderson State University. And then for the weekend, they will make the road trip, I should say, to Weatherford, Oklahoma to take on Southwestern Oklahoma. That game will begin at 7 o'clock p.m. on February 17th, and then the doubleheader on the 18th. The Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys' next home series will be against Northwestern Oklahoma, February 24th. So make sure you mark that down in your calendars. We'd love to have you guys out here. And as we mentioned, can't make it out, you're at the right place. ArkansasTechSports.com. Logan Marston will come up here for Missouri Western, almost called the Midwestern State on accident. There's a pop-up. Harvey will make the play for the first out of the inning.
Good job on Montiel attacking hitters, pitch to contact. Looked like he jammed Marston there a little bit. Then he just got up under it, popped it up to behind the plate for your first out of the inning.
Dusty Stroop will come up now to the plate for Missouri Western. High first pitch for a ball. That'll put a 1-0 count on the board. Call that a strike as well for a 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch, that'll be low. Look like, did he come across? He did come across. That'll be a strike on the board. That'll put the count at 1-2. Low in the dirt, that'll even the count at 2-2.
Montiel's doing a good job of attacking hitters and just...
And he will strike him out looking. Another strikeout for Montiel. Nick Golly will come up to the plate now for Missouri Western.
That was Montiel's 6th K of the game. Montrell he had that rough second inning, but it just seems like he's battled back. He's attacked hitters more, and pitched to contact and let his defense right behind him.
Golly's first pitch will be a ball, puts a 1-0 count on the board. One-0 pitch into the dirt. That'll be a ball as well.
Montrell's pitch was a cold strike. Now has the count of 2-1. Montrell's done great of just battling back and attacking hitters.
High on the plate, that'll be a 3-1 count. Looks like they're going to maybe let Golly walk here, at least by the looks of that previous pitch. Here comes the 3-1 pitch, 2 outs. Maybe not so fast. That'll be fouled out of play. And another car has been hit.
Sadly, that was closer to our vehicle.
I'm glad you said that because we need to, not that I don't want anybody else's cars to get hit, but we need that ball to, go that way. Just for my sanity.
But at least we have insurance, though.
We do, yes, absolutely. Our parents raised us right. Full count pitch, 3 balls, 2 strikes. That'll be fouled off as well. It's going to keep the count at full.
Golly's doing a good job of battling with 2 strikes and just not going down, striking out. You just want to put the ball in play and just see what happens.
The full count pitch pops that up towards deep right field, making the play. The diving attempt is no good, but that will be a foul ball.
Good effort by Mark Vaughn. That was a deep fly ball, and thankfully it's a 200-foot foul ball.
Yeah, absolutely. It looked like he was a couple steps behind. One step further, he might have been able to go make that play. Golly is 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out in his last 2 appearances at the plate. The full count pitch jogs that one towards Brady at shortstop for the 6-3 inning-ending play. Great stuff there for Arkansas Tech. They're in the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left on base. Had to double check myself before I said that live on the air. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wonder Boys Baseball. I think that's the first time I've ever heard a baseball player come out to a great Carrie Underwood and Miranda Lambert song. There's always a time for everything. Exactly. Welcome back to Tech Field. Matt Jenkins, Daniel Turner, Wonder Boys, and Missouri Western tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We appreciate you joining us. Number 17, Cody Westcott will lead off here for the Wonder Boys in the bottom of the 4th inning. Westcott, Brady, and Thompson all due up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch is a strike. That second pitch will be called as a ball. That'll even the count at 1.
Good job by Westcott being selectively aggressive and not chasing pitches that are out of the zone and just making sure he can do some damage with a pitch he swings at.
1-1 pitch into the dirt for a ball. That'll put the count at 2-1.
These last couple innings, Tech's leadoff hitters had quad ABs. They've been disciplined at the plate, and
there's a slow roller over to third. The play at first, and it will be made. 5-3 put out at first. Now see, this is a good song to walk out to. Yeah, that's just my personal taste. Connor Brady will come up to the plate.
But we couldn't see him with this one right there.
If only he still had John Cena here. Connor Brady will step up to the plate, struck out in his last appearance at the plate. He'll be called for a ball on his first pitch. Brady's still looking for that first hit of the year. Here in game number 5 for the Wonder Boys 2017 season. Called strike on that last pitch, and here comes the 1-1 pitch. Brady reaches, misses, and that'll be a 1-2 count. Things for Brady, you just need to be patient right now. You want stuff in the zone. You want it to be able, in your zone, actually, I guess I should say, and not necessarily want to reach for anything. The 1-2 pitch. Reached again, but that'll be a called strikeout. Second strikeout of the day for Brady.
It just seems like you like the aggressiveness by the second hitter, but it's almost like Cassidy is playing into that, and he knows they're going to try to jump on the first pitch and just jump on anything that's in the zone, and he's playing them like a fiddle.
Number 4, Corey Thompson will step up to the plate now, the second baseman. Flew out there right there on first pitch, and that ball will drive into left field. Thompson will get a single out of the deal. Good piece of hitting there from Corey Thompson to get his. And that is actually, I'll reword that. That's Corey Thompson's first hit of the year.
What a way to get the first one.
If I can, maybe steal a term from Patrick Hammerling. Instead of what a win, what a hit.
Yep, it was a great hitting, great quality AB. It was aggressive. He put the ball in play, and good things happen.
Seth Wheeler will step up to the plate. Now the play is first, and he will be safe. That's Corey Thompson. Seth Wheeler 0 for 1 on the day as well. Marcus Wilson due up right now, or on deck, I should say, for the Wonder Boys. I think if you're Seth Wheeler right now, you just would love to get on base right now. It doesn't matter how you get there because Marcus Wilson's really hot right now at the plate.
Yeah, if you're Seth, you just try to find a way on.
And that's a called strike. Looked like from up here that ball was going to be called a ball, but I guess it curved right at the last second.
It was a good pitch by Cassidy. It was a breaking ball that broke off the table a couple inches and broke back on the inner half. I think that was a good take by Wheeler.
0-1 count, and here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for Wheeler. That'll put the count at 0-2.
It just seems like you see Cassie's going to go that breaking pitch, and it just seems like with all these tech hitters being so aggressive, they're going to be out in front instead of sitting back, going with that pitch, and hitting the ball the other way.
Yep. Seth Wheeler, the center fielder, on an 0-2 count. Thompson at first, and Wheeler will get on that ball. Looked like it hit him on his hitting elbow.
And like you said,
that's one way to get on base.
You said find a way, doesn't matter how.
Because now you get your hottest hitter up right now for the for the Wonder Boys, excuse me. Marcus Wilson, 2 for 2 on the day.
Marcus Wilson.
Marcus Wilson right here, what are you looking for Wilson to do here? You're in a 2-out scenario. You do have runners at first and second, so you eliminate the chances of like a sacrifice fly or a sacrifice hit. But the way Wilson has been hitting the ball, his last hit came into, I believe it was center field. Yes, he tripled up into center field. Looking to do the same thing here?
Yeah, remember, Marcus with that ball in left center, but he hit that ball in left center, he hit that ball in the gap for that leadoff triple. Then ended up, Dearman hit the ball up the middle to give us, to tie the ball game back up. So if you're Wilson here, you just want to do what you've been doing, stay disciplined, put the ball in play, and see if you can get the ball in the gap in the corner somewhere and score 2 runs and take a 5-3 lead.
And And Marcus Wilson will step back up into the box after a little bit of discussion there from the Missouri Western pitching staff. Need to do some strong discussion because Marcus Wilson has been hot. 2 for 2 on the day. And just think, if we get a double out of the deal, I mean, you could, that's a big could be looking at a cycle. But, hey, if anybody's capable, it's Marcus Wilson.
Yeah, and some people don't think that Marcus has that type of power.
Absolutely.
That cat can swing it.
Yes, he can. And time will be called again. Still no pitch thrown. Runners at first and second for Marcus Wilson. Here comes the first pitch. Nope, just kidding.
Seems like Cassie's making sure that Thompson out at second doesn't get a big secondary lead.
Well, like we've mentioned, I mean, we're talking about how big this is for Arkansas Tech. I mean, we know Marcus Wilson got a lot of runners at first and second right now, a lot of speed, I should say. But on the flip side for Missouri Western, this is a big opportunity for them to try to keep the score tied at 3 because they know how important Marcus Wilson is to this Arkansas Tech lineup.
Yeah, and this is a big out for Cassidy. You have Marcus Wilson, like we said, two for 2 on the day, and he's 500 with 2 outs, and runners in scoring position. So this is the catch you want to play.
Absolutely.
Do some damage with the baseball. Make sure the balls, on both the hits he's had, he's hit them right back up the middle.
And we've got some action in the Missouri Western bullpen. Number 31, Anthony Race, a junior righty, is in the bullpen right now, and I believe, they will be going to the bullpen. And the day for Ian Cassidy is over. Ian Cassidy, 3 2/3 pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, struck out 6. From top to bottom, I mean, yes, he allowed 5 hits. A good day for Cassidy.
I mean, he was in and around the plate. He was attacking hitters. He was pitching to contact. He just had a couple balls go here, get in the gap. It was just a couple of unfortunate events. But, like you said, it was a quality outing.
Number 31, Anthony Race will come up to the pitcher's mound for Missouri Western while he's warming up. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wonder Boys Baseball.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Missouri Western, number 31, Jared Lloyd.
Welcome back to Tech Field here for Arkansas Tech versus Missouri Western. Matt Jenkins, Daniel Turner, we appreciate you joining us here. On the mound now for Missouri Western, Jared Lloyd, number 31. That was a misprint. And on my part, on my roster that I have, we'll have more on Jared Lloyd here in a minute. Marcus Wilson at the plate. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Marcus Wilson 2 for 2 on the day. His first pitch will be a strike. Jared Lloyd on the year. This is his very first appearance. Or first time here appearing for Arkansas Tech, I'll say. 2 2/3 pitch has not allowed a run or hit on the year. So a little bit of maybe as an inexperienced pitcher here. Coming into a big situation, though.
Yeah, tough situation is being a relief guy. He's coming in with runners on first and second with 2 outs with a hot hitter at the plate.
And his first 2 pitches have been nothing but strong. 0-2 count for Marcus Wilson.
If you're Marcus here, you just got to be disciplined. Battle here with 2. If there's a ball remotely around the plate, you got to attack it.
The 0-2 pitch outside the plate for a ball. One, 2 count, 2 outs for Marcus Wilson. Dylan McDermott is on deck here. Right now we need Marcus Wilson to come up clutch here for the Wonder Boys. 1-2 count. And time will be called again. Outside the plate for a ball. Almost got away from the catcher there.
Runners were looking to move up, but good job by Marston to stay in front of that ball. And also, that gives Lloyd some confidence that he can throw that ball there, and he has confidence that his catcher's going to get in front of it and block it.
That ball will even the count up at 2, and here comes the 2-2 pitch with 2 outs on the board. The pitch. Marcus Wilson will get a high chopper over to short, and the play will be made at second, and that will end the inning. That'll be a fielder's choice. 6-4 put out at second. And that will end the inning for Arkansas Tech. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 runners left on base. And while we get ready to hear some Sweet Caroline, me and Danny are going to sing along while we take a break here from Tech Field. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wonder Boys Baseball. Welcome back to Tech Field. Matt Jenkins, Daniel Turner joining you here. We appreciate you joining us. We got a tie ball game at 3-3 as we enter the top of the 5th inning, almost at the halfway point here. It's been a very competitive ball game on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, both teams have been aggressive with the dish. They've jumped on first pitches, and they've just put balls in play.
Ryan Smith, a left fielder from Missouri Western, will lead off here in the top of the 5th for Missouri Western, and he gets called for a strike on the swing. Montiel, after the shaky second inning, has really settled in here in the past 2 innings.
And Montiel hadn't had a bad outing all day.
Absolutely not.
He's gave up 2 free passes that ultimately ended up in the 2 earned runs he had.
And that'll be a called ball. That'll put the count at 2-1.
And he's only given up 3 hits. So, I mean, it's not a bad day for Montiel.
Absolutely not. And I think the more impressive thing is that ball is driven foul. I think the more impressive thing is after that second inning when those runs did come across, you really saw Montiel settle in. And I think after that second inning, you really saw some confidence blossom. He had runners in the corners, got out of that jam with consecutive strikeouts. Since then, he's been very solid from the mound.
Yeah, he's done good. Attacking hitters, you saw early he sort of was he was trying to not throw the baseball, he was trying to point the baseball, and he got behind a bunch of hitters, gave up those 2 free passes, but ultimately is the difference in the ballgame.
After a brief timeout, we're back here. Ryan Smith, 0 for 2 on the day, lined out and flew out in his last 2 appearances, looking to bunt. That's a solid bunt that will go foul.
And
had the right idea, though.
And with fouling out on having a foul third strike bunt,
thank you,
Smith is out.
Thank you for that. I wasn't paying attention as far as to the count, but that's why we pay you the big bucks. The pitch, and that will go out of play. Levi Schreiner at the plate.
And there's our second count
of the day. Levi Schreiner singled in his last appearance at the plate. 0-1 pitch, gave an 0-2 pitch after the strike there from Humberto Montiel.
Good job by Humberto to make sure he stayed in front.
Drives that one towards left field, and that will be pushed foul into the trees off the what looks to be like the field house. And there was a car driving by just out here on the side, and I think that car got a little bit lucky.
I'd have been a little scared. Having a ball that's coming out of falling out of the sky.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Montiel gets his 8th strikeout of the day.
Great job by Humberto. He attacked the hitter. He threw a bunch of strikes, and he got the swing and the miss he wanted.
David Glode will step up to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day, walked at his first appearance at the plate, and then flew out in his last. And he's called for a strike on this first pitch. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Outside of the strike zone for a ball. And we talked about the confidence of Montiel. I think you're really starting to see him get command of the strike zone. He's throwing a lot of pitches all around, trying to keep the batter's eyes not necessarily glued in the strike zone.
Yeah, he's only... I think if he gives us an inning and 2/3, he'll be at somewhere around 120 pitches, give or take. And if I was Coach Wynn, being the pitching coach, I would probably go to our 7th, 8th, and 9th guys in the bullpen.
After a couple strikes and a ball just recently, that'll put the count at 4. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Montiel will foul that off. And we'll stay put right here. Montiel looking for his 9th strikeout of the day. Here in the top of the 5th inning with the ball game tied at 3 runs apiece. The full count pitch. We'll drive that towards second base over to first. Call that a 4-3 put out at first, and that will end the top of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for Missouri Western, and Arkansas Tech will come up to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. McDermott, Harvey, and Klikowski all due up for the Wonder Boys. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wonder Boys Baseball. Welcome back to Tech Field. Matt Jenkins, Daniel Turner. Got a tie ball game at 3 runs apiece here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Dylan McDermott at the plate here for Arkansas Tech. 1 for 2 on the day, doubled in his first appearance, grounded out on a fielder's choice in the third inning, but got a run across for Arkansas Tech. And here comes his third appearance at the plate, and his first pitch will be a called strike.
Yeah, Dylan's been good of being aggressive, keeping the ball at the middle, and just going where the pitch is pitched.
And that second pitch will be a called ball that'll leave in the count at 1. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and that'll put the count at 1-2. The 1-2 pitch coming for Dylan McDearman, batting .231 on the year. The pitch, swing and a miss on the outside corner, and that'll be a strikeout for Jared Lloyd, his first of the day.
It just looked like Dylan was a little bit over-aggressive and swung at a pitch out of the zone. You would like more discipline out of Dylan, but, I mean, it was a good pitch by Lloyd.
Jake Harvey will step up to the plate. He's also 1 for 2 on the day. Most notably, he had a single RBI, one-run RBI, I guess I should say, when he singled. And the first pitch, and right there on cue, drives that towards center field. Jake Harvey, will reach to first base again. Puts him at 2 for 3 on the day.
It's almost like he was hearing you up here and knew where to put the ball.
Well, I am a relatively loud person. I'm sure everybody out there listening right now can tell. Zach Krakowski will come up to the plate now. He's 0 for 2 on the day. 0 for 1, Struck out looking in his first appearance and was walked in his last appearance. And as Daniel mentioned in our pregame show, he has a hitting streak going right now.
Yeah, he's had a hit in the first 4 games of the year. And Lloyd had started Zach off with a first pitch strike. If you're Zach, you don't want to say, oh, well, I'm just going to be more aggressive than I need to be just because I have a hitting streak. You just want to be disciplined, put the ball in play, see what happens.
Fouls that one off. It'll go behind the catcher, and that'll put the count at 0-2. Have a runner at first right now for Arkansas Tech after Jake Harvey singled to center field. 1 out on the board on an 0-2 count here for Krakowski. The 0-2 pitch outside the strike zone for a ball that'll put the count at 1-2.
If you're Zach, you still want to be a little bit more aggressive with 2 strikes, but you want to be selective aggressive. Swing of the pitches you can do some damage with and possibly put Tech up 5-3.
The 1-2 pitch outside the strike zone again for a ball that'll even the count at 2.
And like we've talked about all night, Zach's one of our leading hitter in batting average, slugging percentage, and on-base percentage. So this is a guy you want at the plate.
Low in the dirt for a ball.
But this is a guy you want
to come across, so that will go down as a ball. Full count.
But you want Zach to put the ball in play somewhere and possibly break up this tie that we have in the game.
Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out for Krakowski, and the throw back to first, and he will be safe. And both teams right now, with runners on, Missouri Western 2 for 9, Arkansas Tech 2 for 8, and there's another throw back to first. So both teams offensively been really even when they get runners on. Missouri Western has a .286 percentage with runners in scoring position. Arkansas Tech at an even .200.
Yeah, both teams when you have runners in scoring position.
And Krakowski holds, and he will be called for a ball, and Krakowski will take first base the easiest way possible, and that's probably the easiest 90 feet he will ever run.
It was a good job by Zach to not be so aggressive. He was disciplined enough, still on that pitch, and take up the ball fourth. And now you have runners on first and second with one out. And you have Mark Vaughn at the plate. And he's 0 for 2 on today. But one at a time to get your first base knock of the day to possibly give your team the lead.
Absolutely. Mark Vaughn, as Daniel said, will step up to the plate. 0 for 2, 158 batting percentage. But he has runners on with one runner in scoring position with Klakowski on first and Harvey at second. And here comes the first pitch to Vaughn. Low in the strike zone for a strike.
Of the 4 batters that Lloyd has faced today, he has led them off with the first pitch strike. So Lloyd's going to be in and around the plate. So it would be nice to have these tech hitters be more aggressive with the first pitch, because they know he's going to be in and around the plate. Why not jump on it?
There's a deep fly ball to left field. That ball is back, and the left fielder will make the play, and that'll keep the runners put. That's the power we talked about earlier that Mark Vaughn has. A little bit more salt on that. He might have got that over the fence.
Yeah, it just seemed like he got jammed a little bit, but he got his hands through enough to at least put the bat on the ball, and he was about 3 steps from having the ball get out of here.
He was close. Ryan Smith will make the play for Missouri Western. That'll put the second out on the board, but you still got runners at first and second. Number 17, Cody Westcott, steps up to the plate, the third baseman. Swing and a miss on his first pitch.
You like the aggressive by Westcott, but like I said, Lloyd's going to be in and around the plate, so you might as well jump on it and try to put the ball in play and see what happens.
The 0-1 pitch coming, 2 outs here for Westcott. 0-1 pitch turned that into an 0-2 count. Pitch on the outside of the strike zone. Pitch. Runners at first and second, 2 outs here, and time will be called. Got an even score at 3-3. We will touch on the scoring here in just a moment after this pitch right here. Westcott will get caught looking. That ball hit the bottom half of the strike zone, and that'll be a called strike 3, and that will wrap up the 5th inning of play. 2 runners will be left on base for the Wonder Boys. We mentioned we'll talk about the scoring. In the bottom of the first inning, Arkansas Tech jumped on the board quickly after Jake Harvey singled to center field. Got an RBI, and Marcus Wilson came around to score after he led off with a big single. Dylan McDermott also led off with a double to get the runners in scoring position. And then just a moment later, Jake Harvey advanced to second on a wild pitch. During that wild pitch, Dylan McDermott was able to come across and score, giving the Wonder Boys a quick 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning. Missouri Western came back in the top of the second inning.
And Curry had a fielder's choice sac bunt that Montiel threw past the third baseman, which allowed the only unearned run on the day. And then it was 2-1 after that. Then Ryan Fisher came up right after Curry, singled to left field, scored Alvarado, tied the score at... No, he had a single left field to score 2 on there, Curry and Alvarado to take the 3-2 lead. Then you had a big leadoff triple by Marcus Wilson to left center, and then McDermott hit the ball at the middle for a ground out for a ribby, and that's how we got to 3-3.
3-3. That's your scoring. Look at your scoring. Make sure you stay tuned here, because in the 7th inning we'll have this day in baseball history. Some interesting stuff happened on this day, February 10th. And we will have that for you coming in during the 7th inning stretch while everybody there is singing the just a classic takedown to the ball game. We will have that for you coming in the 7th inning. Jeremy Alvarado will lead off for Missouri Western here in the top of the 6th inning. 3-3 is your score. First pitch high above the strike zone for a ball. 1-0 count here for Montiel. And Daniel, looks like we have some action going on in the Wonder Boys bullpen as Montiel throws his first strike of the at-bat for a 1-1 count.
Yeah, it looks like Montiel's up over 100 pitches. I think Coach Wynn and Coach Dawson have said that we'll give him a couple, and time is called.
Time was called just before that pitch was thrown. Pitch will come across that pitch will not count. Keeps the count at 1-1. And you're talking about coming over 100. Humberto Montiel is up to 103 pitches thrown. Here's his 104th, and he will swing and a miss. There's Alvarado, and that'll put a 1-2 count on the board. The 1-2 pitch. Pops that towards second base. The play is first on a high bounce, and he will be safe at first.
But what an effort by Corey Thompson. Going to his backhand in the hole. I'm still glad that he just got to that ball and threw it, and McDermott was smart enough to make sure the ball stayed in front, and he didn't overthrow it for an error and having a leadoff runner at second.
Great hustle there from Thompson as Andrew Curry will step up to the plate for Missouri Western. 0 for 1 on the day. Reached on a fielding error, and it looks like he will go to first base after being hit by a pitch. So just like that, we've got runners at first and second. No outs on the board. Ryan Fisher will step up to the plate for the designated hitter. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Struck out looking in his last appearance. During his first appearance, though, had a RBI single, 2-run RBI single. And Ryan Fisher will step into the box with a pretty good situation here for Missouri Western. 2 runners on, 1 runner in scoring position with no outs on the board.
And even with Fisher hitting .375 on the year, don't be surprised if he lays a bunt down here, moves the runners in scoring position for
he will step back into the box there after the brief timeout. Does Ryan Fisher. Looked like he was going to go back to second, but he held his ball, and he'll keep it here. Right on cue is a bunt. He pops that up. Will the play be made? Harvey makes the play. And that's one of the new sound effects. I don't know if you guys heard that. It sounds like Ric Flair may accidentally be here. You heard the woo! That's a good break, though, for Arkansas Tech. You talked about that is a perfect proper time to lay down that bunt. But you don't want to pop it up like that. And Jake Harvey was able to go make the play. Logan Marston will come up now for Missouri Western, the catcher. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Singled at his first appearance. We've got a timeout on the field.
Looks like Coach Wynn's going to go out there to Humberto and just say, hey, great job of getting that hitter after giving up a 1-2, or giving up 2 free passes. Hey, rush it. We'll start over. And you're 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning and limiting them to 2 runners on base.
And Humberto Montiel will stay in the ball game. Runners at first and second here for Missouri Western. Logan Marston is be at the plate here for Missouri Western. And just like you said, Montiel needs a strong outing right here to get to that second out to not allow for a potential RBI, a hit, a sacrifice fly, anything like that. You want to get this runner out, or this hitter out, excuse me, and the first pitch will be a ball. A 1-0 count. Marston batting .333 on the year. With runners on, and with runners in scoring position, I should say, he's batting .600 on the year, so this is a quality hitter when he has runners on. And that pitch will be a called strike. Evens the count at 1 with 1 out. Pops that one up, does Marston. That will be going towards the first baseman, Dylan McDermott, and McDermott makes the play. Big time out there for Arkansas Tech. That eliminates a potential sacrifice fly attempt to try to advance the runner over. That's exactly what Montiel needed.
Yeah, you just see how gritty Montiel's been in these tough situations. He's confident to still attack hitters, throw pitches in the strike zone, and pitch to contact, and let his defense work behind him. And now you have Dusty Stroop at the plate. And here's the pitch. Low and outside. Now you have a 1-0 count. How far do you think, Coach Dawson?
And I think if you're Coach Dawson right now, Montiel has battled back for some strong, battled back out of a tough situation. He did it in the second. He's doing it right now with 2 outs with 2 runners on. Swing and a miss there. That'll be a called strike for a 1-1 count. I think you just let him finish out this inning, get through the top of the 6th, and then let your bullpen go through the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Because Montiel has pitched to beauty thus far. Even counted 1, 2 outs here for Montiel. Dusty Stroop at the plate, the shortstop. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Outside the plate for a ball. That'll put the count at 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Into the dirt for a ball. It'll put the count at 3-1. Big day of Arkansas Tech athletics. We will touch on that at the at the end of this inning here. Got a lot of baseball action, softball action, basketball action. A lot of big stuff. Tennis. Got some tennis fixing to start coming up. Swing and a miss for Stroop, and that'll put the count at full. Here we go. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Montiel gets the strikeout. Catches Dusty Stroop working. And that'll be Montiel's 9th strikeout of the day. And he gets out of yet another jam. Missouri Western will leave 2 runners on. We go into the bottom of the 6th. Ball game still tied at 3 apiece. We mentioned it earlier. It's going to be a busy day of Arkansas Tech athletics. Over tomorrow, not only do we have a doubleheader baseball tomorrow, we have some softball action coming to you tomorrow. Arkansas Tech will be taking on the softball team, I should say. Missouri St. Louis up in Bentonville, Arkansas. That game is scheduled for a 10 a.m. start time up at Bentonville High School. Also happening tomorrow on Saturday. Make sure I've got my proper calendar looking here, because I think I'm on January on accident.
And we have...
There we go. All right.
And basketball has a great doubleheader against, I believe, is it Henderson or is it Washita Baptist? And those 2 teams are going to be a tough win to go down there in Arkadelphia. And I want to apologize to Coach Tharp. I've been calling him Coach Win all day. Apologize, Coach Tharp. Coach Win was with us last year, and that's who it was. My apologies, Coach Tharp.
We'll have more here later on here in this inning of what's coming up here for Arkansas Tech. As Daniel mentioned, men's and women's basketball will be in Arkadelphia taking on the Washita Baptist. First game, or tip-off for that That's scheduled for 1 o'clock p.m. Sam Strational will be on the call for that. Connor Brady is at the plate here for Arkansas Tech to start the bottom of the 6th inning. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out in his last 2 appearances. Got an 0-1 count on the board, turned that into an 0-2 count.
If you're Brady here, you just want to find a way on. Doesn't matter how you get it on. Just get on for your 8 and 9 hitters.
The 0-2 pitch swing, and that will be a foul. Keep the count at 0-2. Mentioned it just a moment ago, the softball team will be taking on Missouri St. Louis at a 10 a.m. start time. Then at 1 o'clock p.m., the softball team will be actually taking on the Missouri Western softball team up in Bentonville, Arkansas. That's scheduled to begin at 1 o'clock p.m. The 0-2 pitch on the outside of the strike zone for a ball. That'll put the 1-2 count on the board. Then the softball team will have the week off, and they will return back to Bentonville, Arkansas for the second weekend of the Arkansas Monticello Division II Softball Classic. The 1-2 pitch, swing, and that will be a foul. Softball team will be taking on Emporia State, Minnesota Duluth, Minnesota State, and Missouri Western all next weekend up in Bentonville, Arkansas. So some strong competition for the softball team. And to just make sure you're wondering, March 3rd will be the home opener for the Golden Suns softball team. And Connor Brady gets connection, and it drops in center field. Brady gets his first hit of the day, and he will get a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Good job by Brady. The battle with 2 strikes, just putting the ball in play, and good things happen. And also on a fun-filled weekend of Tech Athletics, our women's tennis team is going to Arkadelphia tomorrow with a 5 p.m. first serve against Delta State.
Corey Thompson at the plate here for Arkansas Tech, the second baseman. 1 for 2 on the day, singled in his last appearance at the plate. Looks down, lays down a beautiful bunt. That's perfect. Over to first, and he will be out, but that will advance Brady over to second. That's about as beautiful of a bunt as you can get.
It's a good job by Corey. Just making sure you get that ball down, move the runner over second. In those situations, it seems like hitters just, they try to be, as some of us call it, being too cute with it, and they try to be fine, try to get it down the third base or first base line. And Corey just made sure he got the ball down and moved Connor up to second.
Number 11, Seth Wheeler, the center fielder, is at the plate here. He's 0 for 2. Last appearance, he was hit by the pitch. Time will be called. In his first appearance, he lined out to second base, batting 154 on the year. Marcus Wilson in the on-deck position here for Arkansas Tech. But Seth Wheeler looking to advance Brady along on the inside corner, out just outside the strike zone for a ball that'll put a 1-0 count on the board. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Wheeler gets down, and I believe the ump called that foul.
They thought it was close, but I think the third baseman Alvarado got it right before it went over the bag.
I believe so. That was close.
Coach Dawson didn't think so, but hey, it is what it is. And now Seth Wheeler is coming back to the plate with a 1-1 count with a runner on second.
Wheeler getting the signal from Coach Dave Dawson, and he will step into the box. 1-1 count, 1 out, tie ball game at 3 apiece here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Wheeler looked for the bunt, pulled back at the very last moment. And yes, he will be called for a ball. That'll put the count at 2-1. 2-1 count. Think with the speed of Brady, you think a bunt's a good call here?
I mean, the Seth's got a good bat. I don't think you want to take the bat out of his hands. Just let him swing away and making sure he gets a job done. He's got runners on second. I feel like a broken record already. You have runner on second with less than 2 outs. You want to hit the ball on the right side. Make sure you move the runner up to second, or move the runner up to third, should I say. But a bunt would work too, because usually it's been a pitching duel after.
2-1 pitch will be a called strike in the strike zone.
But it's been a pitching duel all night, and runs are tough to come by, so you might play a little small ball, play for that 1 run.
Evens the count up at 2 after the strike. The 2-2 pitch coming with 1 out. Brady at second. Seth Wheeler at the plate. Swing and a miss for Wheeler, and he will strike out. Third strikeout of the day for Lloyd. Brady will stay at second, but here we go back to the top of the order. Marcus Wilson will come up to the plate. 2 for 3 on the day, batting .312 on the day. And Missouri Western's going to come out to have a little quick chit-chat with their pitcher, Jared Lloyd. Got 2 pitchers in the bullpen right now for Missouri Western. It's like number 39, Shane Pollard. Along with number 28, Trevor Carroll. Trevor Carroll, thank you. But right now, Marcus Wilson will come to the plate. He will have Brady at second. What are you looking to do here if you're Marcus Wilson?
If you're Marcus here, you're 2 for 3 on the day. Keep your same approach you've had all day. Have a nice at bat. Be selectively aggressive. Be disciplined at the plate, and try to put the ball in play and score Brady from second.
And he will step into the box with 2 outs on the board. Brady at second. But if anybody's capable of getting a run here, of getting a run on the board, it would be Marcus Wilson at the plate. And here comes the first pitch here to Marcus Wilson. Throw back to second, gets away from it, and here comes Brady. Advancing over to third, he won't get there. Gets away from the third baseman. Here comes Brady. The play at home, and he is out at home. Bang, bang play there for Arkansas Tech. They got away with it twice. That's a close call there at home, though.
But hats off to Alvarado to not stop on the play and get into that ball. And like you said, it was a bang-bang play. Good play by Alvarado. And we're still tied through 6 innings.
We're tied, as Daniel said, tied through 6 innings. Great hustle there from Missouri Western to stay on top of the play. Great hustle from Brady, but just a bang-bang play. You win some, you lose some. We're down through 6 innings, still tied at 3. We'll take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wonder Boys Baseball. Heard from Paul Smith. We got a new Wonder Boy pitcher on the mound. Blake Sullivan is on the mound here for the Wonder Boys. He's 1-0 on the year through an inning and a third. He's only allowed 2 hits, no earned runs. We talked about him pregame. He's been playing well for the Wonder Boys thus far.
Yeah, he came in relief in that 10-6 victory against St. Mary's. if you're Blake here, you want to keep doing what you've been doing all year. Attack hitters, pitch to contact, and let your defense work behind you.
Before we move on to Missouri Western, real quick for Humberto Montiel, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. Montiel had a very successful day, battled back out of some tough situations, and thanks to his pitching, after that second inning, 4 straight scoreless innings for the Wonder Boys.
Yeah, like you said, he had that tough second inning where Missouri Western scored 3 runs. But after that, he was lights out.
Nick Golly will come to the plate here for Missouri Western to start off the top of the 7th inning. Blake Sullivan, the lefty, will get it called ball for his first pitch. Pitch high above the strike zone. That'll put the count at quick 2-0. And that'll be a called strike for Sullivan. That's his first strike of the at-bat. And Golly tries to lay down a little speed bunt. Unable to do anything with it, and that'll leave him the count at 2. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Did he come across? And he did come across. Call that the first strikeout for Sullivan. And that puts Nick Golly at 0 for 4 on the day. His 3rd strikeout of the day.
Good job by Blake to battle back after falling behind early and getting a key leadoff strikeout.
Ryan Smith will step up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out in his last appearance. Lined out and flew out in his first 2 appearances. Here comes his first pitch. Swing and a miss. Puts count at 0-1. High pitch. That just hit the strike zone. That was a good-looking pitch there from Blake Sullivan, Daniel.
Yeah, Blake's done good in the 2 hitters. He's made sure he's been in and around the plate, starting off hitters with strikes. He's done great to pitch.
The 0-2 pitch gets through the legs of Harvey. That pitch looked like it had some heat on it.
Yeah, it looked like Smith just got a piece of it to hang in with 0-2.
Count will stay at 0-2, and here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Blake Sullivan, and that is a killer way to start off Blake Sullivan's outing here.
Yeah, that's what you want from your relief pitchers. Coming in, being aggressive, throwing strikes. Just a great job by Blake. And now you have Levi Schreiner coming in.
And Schreiner's first pitch will be a swing and a miss, puts the count at 0-1. And here comes pitch number 2. Make that an 0-2 count. Sullivan really working that strike zone right now. Puts the count at 0-2. Levi Schreiner, he's 1 for 3 on the day. Singled in the 3rd, but in his last appearance he struck out. Gets a tip off that. Sullivan over to make the play at first, and he is out. 1-2-3 inning for the Wonder Boys. That's a strong top of the 7th inning. 3 up, 3 down, and the Wonder Boys will keep the game tied as we head in to the bottom of the 7th inning. And it's time now for the 7th inning stretch, and that means it's time for this day in baseball history. And we're going to start off going all the way back to 1910. Daniel, listen to this. Ground is broken in Chicago for a modern concrete and steel stadium to replace the obsolete Southside Park. The Pale House will play their first game in Kaminsky Park, originally known as White Sox Park, on July 1st, losing to the Browns in their new home 2-0. So that's all the way back in 1910.
That was a year after Tech was founded, right?
Yes, exactly. Very good. You paid attention in Tech 101. Good for you. Let's get to something that everybody may remember. Back in 2005, Kurt Schilling, the famous Red Sox pitcher, donated a bloodstained sock. Do you remember the bloodstained sock during the World Series? He donated that sock he wore in Game 2 of the World Series to the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. Not sure why the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame would want the sock, but I guess I understand a little bit why. It's a part of history. The sock presently is part of a Red Sox memorabilia tour, which also includes Derek Lowe's Game 4 jersey and some World Series MVPs. Manny Ramirez's bat used to tie the postseason record with a 17-game hitting streak. So some history there at the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. I don't mean you aren't necessarily Red Sox guys. We're more Cardinals guys, but that's a different story for a different day. Marcus Wilson will be at the plate here for Arkansas Tech to start the bottom of the 7th inning. Wilson's first pitch inside the strike zone on the inside corner for a strike. Jared Boyd still on the mound here for Missouri Western through 2 1/3. He's allowed 2 hits, no runs, and struck out 3 batters. Marcus Wilson 2 for 3 on the day. Outside the strike zone for a ball that'll leave in the count at 1. His first 2 appearances singled at his first appearance, tripled at his second appearance, and then had a fielder's choice in the 4th inning. 1-1 count. Wilson gets a slow chopper, but that will roll foul.
As you see from his 3 appearances on the day, he's kept the ball in the middle. He's looked middle, and made sure he stayed back enough to hit the ball back up the middle or pull it. It's just an all-around great hitter.
1-2 count here for Wilson. Here's the 1-2 pitch high above the strike zone. That'll be a called ball. Puts the count at 2-2. Dylan McDermott on deck here for the Wonder Boys. Marcus Wilson looking to go 3 for 4 on the day. He will get that down towards the shortstop. And the play at first, he will be out. 6-3 put out at first. And Dylan McDermott will come up to the plate. Dylan McDermott, he is also 1 for 3 on the day. He doubled in his first appearance, had a fielder's choice ground out in the 3rd, but he got a run to come across the board. Struck out in his last appearance at the plate.
Here in the late innings, you want to make sure you have...
That'll be a called ball on the first pitch.
But like I said, in these late innings, you want to make sure you have quality ABs. You want to be disciplined at the plate. Make sure you swing at strikes that you can do a little bit of damage with. And McDermott's done that all night. And now Lloyd comes to the plate.
He'll be called for a ball right there. Puts the count at 2-0.
This is great by McDermott being disciplined at the dish, making sure he stays back and looks middle.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch to McDermott. He drops that towards center field. Line drive to left, and it looked like it bounced off a fence. He will be out at second. That looked like, now, here's the deal. Then we're going to call him out at second. 9 times out of 10, that'd be a home run, but currently right now in the outfield, we have some construction going on. They're building a new baseball complex here at Arkansas Tech. We have a big fence out there right now. That looked like it bounced off the fence and stayed in.
Yeah, I thought that the fence was beyond, or the net was behind the fence.
That's what we get for thinking. Jake Harvey will come up to the plate, the catcher. 2 outs on the board. On the inside corner for a ball. For Jake Harvey, he's 2 for 3 on the day. Both singles for his both hits today, but in the first inning, his single turned into an RBI single. We got Marcus Wilson in to start off that hot bottom of the first inning. Harvey on a 1-0 pitch. Pops that one up towards right field. Schreiner looking to make the play. Schreiner does make the play, and the Wonder Boys go down 1-2-3. So a very quick 7th inning, and we're into the final 2 innings of play, still knotted at 3. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wonder Boys Baseball. Welcome back to Tech Field. Right now we're in a stretch of almost 5 scoreless innings. We are still tied at 3 runs apiece. It's been a defensive battle here from both sides after we got out of some high-scoring first 2 innings when the Missouri Western Griffins took a 3-2 lead. Arkansas Tech came back in the bottom of the 3rd, knotted the game up at 3, and that was our last run, and we head into the final 2 innings of play. It'll be interesting to see, Daniel, who that team will be to crack this defensive battle that we have going on right now. Both teams have had opportunities, but none have been able to capitalize thus far.
Yeah, like you said, if you look at the stats, Missouri Western is 2 for 12 runners on in immersion and 2 for 10 with the runners in scoring position. Tech is 2 for 11 with runners on and 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position.
David Gload will come to the plate here to start off the top of the 8th inning. He is 0 for 2 on the day, walked in his first appearance and then grounded out and flew out in his last 2. And the first 2 pitches will be called balls. Puts the count at 2-0. The 2-0 pitch on the outside corner of the strike zone, that'll be a called strike.
Good job by Blake. After falling behind 2-0, come back and find a strike in the strike zone.
2-1 pitch into the dirt. That'll put the count at 3-1. We got some action going on in both bullpens right now. Arkansas Tech has one pitcher in the bullpen. Can't tell who it is from our vantage point. Missouri Western has 2 players in the bullpen. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. In the strike zone for a strike. That'll put the count at full. Blake Sullivan, in his 2nd inning of work, struck out 2 batters in his 1st inning of work in the previous inning. Looking for strikeout number 3. Gets a hard hit ball over to right field as Gload. That'll get down, and Gload will get a leadoff single.
Good piece of hitting by Gload. Ball's a little bit up in the zone, but he made sure he put back to the ball and put it in to right field for a leadoff single. And now you have Jeremy Alvarado at the dish. All right, he's a 400 hitter. Do you take the bat out of his hand to bunt Gload over and put him in scoring position?
I think you let Blake Sullivan do some strong work here. Alvarado's on the day. He's 1 for 2, walked in his first appearance, but singled in his last. And it looks like they're just going to pitch to him and see what we can do here. And the first strike will be called, or the first pitch will be called a strike. What do you think? Is that the good call right here to just pitch to him?
Yeah.
Let Blake Sullivan put in some strong work?
Yeah, I mean, Blake's going to attack the zone. I mean, he's got 2 strikeouts in 1.
Throw back to first and he'll be safe.
In 1+ inning. I pitch to him. Because the way he's played, or the way he's hit all day, he's sort of been out in front and just flipping balls out to our defenders.
Alvarado swinging a miss. That'll put a 0-2 count on the board. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he'll just throw it over to first, make sure that Gload will stay put to where he is.
Gload hasn't attempted a...
And here comes the 0-2 pitch. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll go into the dirt. And they will strike him out. Good piece of pitching there from Blake Sullivan, getting his third strikeout of the day. And that'll bring up Andrew Curry, the first baseman. I believe we got Andrew Curry. Yes, Andrew Curry will come up to the plate. Nope, excuse me. I believe now we have a pinch hitter coming in, I believe.
Yes, we have a pinch hitter.
Yes, got him.
At the dish.
Connor Simpson will come into the game as a pinch hitter. He will come in for number 10 for Missouri Western, Andrew Curry. On the year for Connor Simpson, at 9 appearances with play, 2 hits. He bats .222, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts on the year. For Simpson, the throw back to first, and he will be safe.
Don't be surprised here if you have Connor Simpson laid out a bunt to move the runner up from first and put him in the scoring position.
Curveball on the outside corner for a ball. Puts the count at 0-1. Or 1-0, excuse me.
Yeah, Ryan Fisher, that's 1 for 3 on the day, in the on-deck circle. So this is a big hitter to get out for Blake Sullivan.
Pops that one up, and that will go foul. Even to the count at 1. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Throw back to first, and he'll be safe. They're really trying to make sure, Daniel, that David Gload stays put at first right now.
Yeah, even though Gload hasn't attempted to steal a base all year, Gload's an athletic kid. You may have a hit and run here.
That was a bunt attempt. It will go foul. That'll put the count at 1-2. Puts the count at 1-2 as we just mentioned. 1 out on the board with a runner at first. I think if you're Arkansas Tech right here, obviously you want to keep it scoreless here just to make it easier on them when we get to the bottom of the 9th inning. That ball will bounce foul.
It's a good job by Simpson. Down with 2 strikes, just battle back and just keep his at-bat alive.
And Jake Carvey's going to come up and have a quick discussion with Blake Sullivan.
If you're Harvey, what are you telling Blake Sullivan, your pitcher here?
Just keep pitching what you know. I mean, he's battled back. He had a 1-0 count, but he's battled back with 2 strong pitches. Got a couple foul-offs to keep it at 1-2. Just keep working that strike zone. 1-2 count here for Connor Simpson. And here's the pitch. Pops that one up just off of the net right above us here. That ball will be foul, and we will keep the count at 1-2.
It's a good battle between Simpson and Sullivan here. Simpson's really good at battling off tough pitches, but hopefully Sullivan can get him here, or get him to ground into a double play here and end the inning.
1-2 pitch. That was close. That was close to the strike zone. The ump will call it a ball. That was close. That'll put the count at 2-2. You heard some of the fans probably think that was a strike.
It looked good from up here, but
we're not down there.
The umpire said it was a ball, so it's a 2-2 count.
The 2-2 pitch. Pops that one up towards Brady at the shortstop position. The play is first. He will be out at first. Call that a 6-3 fielder's choice.
It was a good job by McDermott to dig that ball out of the dirt, because it seemed like Brady sort of short on that ball, and it was bouncing in front. Good job on McDermott to make sure that ball stayed in front, and he caught it.
We've got a discussion going on right now between Missouri Western I believe the coach for Missouri Western, Buzz Zadusko, wanted to clarify that was out, and the umps got together.
And you have a pinch hitter at the dish. Number 44, Alex Hiring.
Senior from New Hamburg, Missouri. He'll step in. 6 appearances at the plate, 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts on the year for Herring. That puts his averages, he averages at the plate 167, hitting percentage 375 on base percentage. I think right now, and I'm sure we may see some of the same for Arkansas Tech, you're just looking for life offensively right now. Not to say that there hasn't been life, but you really want to try to get these runners in. And the first pitch will be a ball. Both teams with runners in scoring position not performing that well. For Missouri Western, they're 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Arkansas Tech, 1 for 8. So both teams are struggling when they get runners on to get those runners in. There's a called strike there for Sullivan. That'll even the count at 1.
Yeah, there's been scoring opportunities, but give credit to both these pitching staffs. They've got runners in scoring position. They've made sure they didn't give up runs.
Absolutely. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Drives that one up over the pitcher's mound, gets away from the pitcher, and here comes Missouri Western. The play at home. No play will be made at home, and Missouri Western snaps the tie. Missouri Western takes a 4-3 lead. Call that an RBI single.
Good piece of hitting by Hiring. They just hit the ball back up the middle, and now the tie is broke.
The ball hit right up the middle. Sullivan tried to make the play, but the ball hit just on that perfect side of the pitcher's mound, bounced it up, and one of the boys were unable to make the play. Logan Marston will step up to the plate. The catcher, 1 for 3 on the day. Singled in his first, but flew out in his last 2 appearances. Missouri Western now leads 4-3. The pitch will be a called ball. 1-0 pitch with a runner at first. There's a called strike. That'll leaving it up at 1.
And if you're Sullivan here, you have to let that previous hitter go by, mentally flush it, and just keep attacking the hitter at the dish.
Fouls that one off. That'll put the count at 1-2. 1-2 count. Dusty Stroop is on deck right now for Missouri Western. The windup and the pitch. Drives that one up towards second base. The play at second, call that a fielder's choice, put out at second, and that will end the top of the 8th inning. Missouri Western's able to get a run across the board, snapping the tie, and the Griffins lead the Wonder Boys 4-3 as we come to the bottom of the 8th inning. Due up here for the Wonder Boys, Klukowski, Vaughn, and Westcott. We'll take a break. We'll be back here in 30 seconds. You're listening to Wonder Boys Baseball. here live at Tech Field on the campus of Arkansas Tech University. We've got a couple defensive substitutions here for Missouri Western after a couple pinch hitters, and we also have a new pitcher in for Missouri Western. Number 12 for Missouri Western, Zach Cross, the righty, will be coming in, the senior. We talked about it earlier in the broadcast. Make sure you make your way out to Tech Field tomorrow. Big-time doubleheader against Missouri Western. First is scheduled for 12 o'clock p.m. And, Daniel, you thought today was gorgeous. Tomorrow, I've seen highs possibly reaching up to 78 degrees tomorrow.
It's going to be baseball weather. If you like seeing some quality baseball, tomorrow's the day to be out here.
It's going to be some big-time baseball here at Techville. We hope that you all can come out. But if you can, make sure you stay tuned to ArkansasTechSports.com. Zach Lakowski's at the plate here for Arkansas Tech. And that'll be a 2 straight pitches for balls. Puts a 2-0 count on the board. I had a misread. Number 42, not number 12 on the mound for Missouri Western. Number 42, Kellen Richards is on the mound for Missouri Western. Just on the inside part of the strike zone for a strike, but the count at 2-1 for Krakowski. Krakowski 0 for 1 on the day. Walked his last 2 appearances. He struck out looking in the first. And as Daniel has mentioned earlier in the broadcast, he has a hitting streak on the line here. He's had a hit in every game thus far this year. As his last pitch goes for a strike, puts the count at 2-2.
If you're Zach here, you just want to keep your same approach that you've had the last 2 ABs and just put the ball in play.
Low in the strike zone. He strikes out looking. Coach Ball has some movement on it. Coach Dawson's going to come have a quick discussion, it looks like.
He thought that ball was down. Home plate umpire didn't think so. And Zach struck out looking for the 2nd time on the day. And now you have Mark Vaughn at the plate that's 0 for 3 on the day. And looks like
we're going to have another change coming from Missouri Western. Did have a chance to talk about Kellen Richards and all. All the season he's threw 1 inning pitched. And yes, we will have a change for Missouri Western. Wait to see what number this is. That way I don't mess up who I say again. Looks like number 20, I believe.
Richards did his job.
Yes, he did.
He faced 1 batter, got that 1 batter out. I mean, what you ask for your 2 leaves, guys?
You got that right. On the mound now for Missouri Western, number 39.
Gentlemen, your attention, please. Now pitching for Missouri Western is number 39, Tyson Campbell.
Number 39, just waiting for clarification. Number 39, Tyson Campbell will be on the mound for Missouri Western.
Campbell has pitched 1 inning on the year, struck out 3 hitters, and has not given up a hit or an earned run.
And you're at that part of the lineup where you probably want to get some of your better pitchers against, because now you get a right-handed pitcher going up against a right-handed batter in Mark Vaughn. So there's a lot of strategy probably going on both sides of the ball right now. Both teams at it, too.
Yeah, you're probably, Missouri Western's probably playing percentages. Righty on righty, you have better matchup with the pitcher. It's going to come to these last couple innings. You're going to have a bunch of pitching changes. Playing the situations with who's at the dish, things like that. And now Mark Vaughn comes up to the dish. Like I said before the pitching change, 0 for 3, but he's hit all 3
has been able to get it down in play and get a hit on the board. Looking to do so here as Vaughn steps up to the plate. And Vaughn's first pitch is going to be a called ball.
Good job by Mark. You have a new pitcher on the mound. Make it work up his pitch count, see what he's got, and deliver that information to your other hitters if they're in the dugout.
2 pitches, 2 balls for Tyson Campbell, the new pitcher on the mound from Missouri Western. Four to 3 is your score here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And that'll be a called strike.
Good take by Mark. You're up in a hitter's count 2-0. You can take a couple strikes, make sure he pitches the ball in the zone, and look for a pitch to drive somewhere.
2-1 count. Vaughn drops that, and that ball will get down. Mark Vaughn will get his first hit of the day, and that'll be a big-time single for Mark Vaughn.
Good job for Mark going with that outside, out-of-half pitch. Most hitters would have tried to get out that and pull that ball to the left side. Mark was disciplined enough to go with that pitch and just hit the ball on the right side and go with that pitch, take the ball the other way. And we have a runner on first with 1 out with Cody Westcott with that dish.
And Cody Westcott, as Daniel said, 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out looking in his last appearance at the plate. Westcott looking to advance Mark Vaughn to try to tie this ball game up, or if not, take the lead. And here comes the first pitch. Low outside for a ball.
Good job by Cody to spit on that pitch, make him get that ball up in the zone where you can put the ball in play somewhere.
1-0 count here for Campbell. Looking to try to strike out Cody Westcott. Westcott gets connection on it, but it will be pushing foul.
You like the aggressiveness by Westcott.
Yes, absolutely.
Ball was in the zone. You're not going to get many of those with the way Campbell's been pitching. You got to take advantage of the balls he puts in the zone.
That foul will even the count at 1 apiece. 1 out with a runner at first and Mark Vaughn, and here comes the pitch to Westcott. Westcott holds, and that'll be a called strike. Puts the count at 1-2.
If you're Westcott here, you just got to put the ball in play. You can't afford a strikeout here with runners on.
The 1-2 pitch, pops that one up and pushes it foul. Will go out of play. And like you said, you really want to get this thing in play. You're at that part of the lineup now that hasn't necessarily produced thus far. They have recently. Brady's been on the board. Thompson's gotten on the board. But you're at that part of the lineup that where the hitting percentage just isn't as good as you would like, or at that part of the lineup. You would really love to get Westcott on, get Brady on, and try to get down to Thompson and Wheeler. That way you can possibly get McDearman, Wilson, and Harvey up to the plate.
Yeah, with your 6, 7, 8 guys, you sort of want to turn the lineup over.
The 1-2 pitch in the dirt for a ball, and that'll even it up at 2.
Like, turn the lineup over to your guys that have produced for you all year. Like you said, Marcus Wilson's 2 for 4 on the day. Dylan McDermott, 2 for 4 on the day. Jake Harvey, 2 for 4 on the day. You want to get in this thing, you want to get 2 of those guys, so if you're tied or behind like we are now, you have those guys coming up at the night.
Absolutely.
They could possibly either tie the ball game up or win it for you.
Got to get through this right here. We need to get Westcott on, and he's got a 2-2 count on the board with 1 out. Mark Vaughn at first. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Throw back to first, and Vaughn will be safe.
So you said Mark here during this AB?
I believe you probably just keep Mark Vaughn safe. Westcott has the ability to get this ball in play. even though with a 167 hitting percentage, Westcott can get it in play. He's shown it all throughout the year. He has 3 hits on the year with 2 RBIs on the year, so we know he can do it. Just got to get it down here. Here comes the 2-2 pitch and pushes that foul. And car number 3. I wasn't sure if I was going to hit the cow field or the parking lot.
You just like the toughness of Westcott showing in this quality at-bat. A key, important at-bat that possibly could change the outcome of the game.
Two count on the board. Westcott trying to get on the board here for the first time today. 0 for 3 on the day. Low in the dirt for a ball. Beautiful patience there from Westcott. And it will put the count at 3-2.
Don't be surprised if we have Mark Vaughn moving on this 3-2 pitch. Because, like you said, Westcott can put the ball in play. You have a little bit of hit and run. Westcott hits the ball on the right side. There's a big hole.
Throw back to first and Vaughn will be safe.
Looks like they were listening to us and they knew he possibly could be running here. We want to keep him close to the bay.
Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here comes the pitch to Cody Westcott. Westcott gets a connection, slow chopper over to third. And Westcott will be out at first, but that will go down as a fielder's choice, and that will advance Mark Vaughn over to second.
Good battle by Westcott there.
You would love to have Westcott on, but I mean, just like you said, good battle. In the process, though, you do advance Mark Vaughn over, so he is in scoring position.
And you have Connor Brady, that he singled his last AB. Would love to have another single to right center and score Mark from second, tie this ball game all back up, and then we're...
Brady definitely has the capability. He has a 300 on base percentage with a 125 batting average. And as Daniel said, single to right field in his last appearance at the plate. 2 outs, though, on the board. Vaughn at second. And here comes the pitch to Connor Brady. Low on the outside corner for a ball.
Good discipline by Brady there. Last 2 hitters that Campbell has faced, he hadn't let off with a first pitch strike. Make him put the ball in the zone, and now it looks like Marston talking to Campbell and saying, hey, you're good, just throw strikes.
Stay with what you know. 4-3 is your score if you're just tuning in. We were in the bottom of the 8th inning. Arkansas Tech looking to battle back after allowing the earned run in the top of the 8th inning. Arkansas Tech 3 runs off 9 hits, 2 defensive errors. From Missouri Western, 4 runs off 6 hits, 1 error. Both teams have been very evenly matched throughout this whole ball game.
And the number you sort of want to look at. Missouri Western has left 7 on. Tech has left 6 on.
Ball into the dirt. Great hustle there from Marston to keep Mark Vaughn put at second. But in the process, the count will advance to 2-0.
If you're Brady here, you will be disciplined. Don't get real aggressive. Stay within yourself. And just look for a ball to drive. Look like Marston's looking for signs from the dugout.
And Marcel gets the call, pats it on up to Tyson, and here comes the pitch from Campbell to Connor Brady. 2-0 count. Brady will be called for a strike. I think that was in the strike zone anyway, but Brady tried to pull back.
Good take by Connor. You're up 2-0.
You can afford a pitch like that.
Make him throw it in the zone. Make him prove to you that he can pitch it in the zone.
The 2-1 count. Runner at second. Outside corner for a strike. Back-to-back strikes for Tyson Campbell, and he's battled back to put the count at 2-2.
If you're Connor here, you just got to put the bat in the ball. You can't afford a strikeout here. Just put the ball in play and just see what happens.
Even counted 2 outs. Mark Vaughn at second, Connor Brady at the plate, and here comes the pitch to Brady. Swing and a miss. Brady strikes out. 3 straight strikes for Tyson Campbell, and that wraps up the bottom of the 8th inning. We're heading to the final inning of play. Missouri Western leads 4-3. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back here in just a moment. You're listening to Wonder Boys Baseball.
Fans, make your plans to join us tomorrow as these two teams play a doubleheader to conclude their 3-game series. First pitch to the Texans is scheduled for noon.
Back here at Tech Field, we're heading into the final inning of play. Missouri Western has a 4-3 lead on the Wonder Boys. Blake Sullivan will stay on the mound here for Arkansas Tech.
And Blake hadn't done very bad in his outing all night. He gave up that 1 earned run, and that's the only thing that he has.
Leading off the inning for Missouri Western, the shortstop, Dusty Stroop.
Dusty Stroop will lead off here for Missouri Western. Blake Sullivan through 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, struck out 3 batters. You would really need a big inning here from from Blake Sullivan.
Yeah, if you're Blake here, keep us in it. Keep us within 1 run. We got 8, 9, and 1 coming up in our half of the 9th inning. Just keep us within it, and like Blake's done a good job of that, leading off Stroop with a leadoff strike.
There's a slow chop over to third, and that will go foul. Puts the count at a quickly 0-2. And if you're talking about the 8-9-1 hitters up for Arkansas Tech right now due up for Missouri Western, the 9-1-2 hitters. And the next 3 hitters from Missouri Western have not got a hit all day. For Dusty Stroop, he struck out looking. In his last 2 appearances, struck out in his first appearance, and that ball will go outside the plate for a ball. So you're at that part of the lineup that hasn't really produced thus far today, especially your 1-2 hitters.
Yeah, the 1-2 hitters for Missouri Western has not done what they've done all year.
Swing and a miss. Sullivan gets his 4th strikeout of the day.
That's a big out for Blake there. And now you have the leadoff hitter, the lead hitter the leading average hitter for this Missouri Western team, Nick Gawley. He's 0 for 3, or 0 for 4, should I say, with 3 strikeouts. You just want to attack him, and that's what Blake does with a first pitch strike.
Nick Gawley 0 for 4 on the day, as Daniel said, grounded out in the 4th inning, struck out in his other 3 appearances, and he struck out in his last appearance. There's a bunt attempt, and that will go foul as well, and a quick 0-2 count.
If you're Gawley here, you just want to put something in play and not throw up an over for the day.
The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts for Blake Sullivan, and he gets his 5th strikeout of the day.
And that's the 4th one on the day for Gawley.
Ryan Smith.
But for Blake Sullivan, that is a really good way to start off this top of the 9th inning.
You can't ask for a better start. 2 Ks, score to start the inning. I'll take it.
High pitch for a ball to Ryan Smith, the left fielder. He is also 0 for 4 on the day. Lined out in his first first appearance at the plate, flew out in his second, and struck out in his last two. Swing and a miss from Blake Sullivan. Blake Sullivan's just dealing right now. 1-1 count right now.
Blake's done a good job of attacking hitters, not being scared to pitch contact and letting his defense work behind him.
1-1 count, but will bounce off the net in front of us here. And that will put the count at 1-2 with 2 outs. Can Blake Sullivan strike out the side here? He struck out the first 2 batters of this inning, looking to strike out Ryan Smith right here to get his 6th strikeout of the evening.
That would be a big momentum swing. Forte coming in this bottom of the ninth, down 1 run.
The pitch, the swing, the miss. Gets away from the catcher. The play at first. And Ryan Smith will be out at first. That will go down as a strikeout for Blake Sullivan. Arkansas Tech puts Missouri Western down 1-2-3. And Arkansas Tech has a chance to win. Down 1 as we head into the final inning of play. The bottom of the ninth. Arkansas Tech trails 4-3. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wonder Boys Baseball. We're heading into the final inning of play here at Tech Field. Your Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys trailing 4-3 here against in Game 1 of a 3-game series against the Missouri Western Griffins. It's been a great game thus far. Been a great defensive battle. Both teams offensively started out uber strong in the first 2 innings of play. Arkansas Tech tied the game up in the 3rd inning of play, but since then it's been scoreless all the way up until the top of the 8th inning when Missouri Western got the lead back. But in that top of the 9th inning, Blake Sullivan forced Missouri Western to go 3 up, 3 down with consecutive strikeouts. And now you head into the bottom of the 9th. Arkansas Tech should have some strong momentum after that inning. Corey Thompson, the second baseman, will be leading off here for the Wonder Boys in the bottom of the 9th inning. Deep fly ball to left field. And that ball will drop in left field. That's a great way to start. Here comes Thompson rounding first, and he will stay at second for a stand-up leadoff double. And for Thompson, that will put him at 2 for 3 on the day.
That's a good job by Corey. He jumped on that first pitch. I thought that ball got out at first, but it was just hit the warning track. Now you have a leadoff double. Now you have Seth Williams at the dish. Seth's been 0 for 3 on the day. Hitting 143 on the year. Don't be surprised if Coach Dawson tells him to go get this bunt down to move Corey up to third base. You'd have less than 2 outs with a runner in score position, and you have Marcus Wilson on deck. That's 2 for 4 on the day, and could possibly win you the ball game.
Great opportunity here for Seth Wheeler to try to potentially tie or win this and tie this ball game up here for Arkansas Tech. Corey Thompson leads off with the double, and Seth Wheeler will step into the plate. As Daniel said, he's 0 for 2 on the day. Hit by pitch in the 4th, struck out in his last appearance. And we're going to have a pinch runner come into the game. Number 8 for the Wonder Boys. Michael Post will check into the ballgame. The sophomore from Mayflower, Arkansas.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Pitch running for the Wonder Boys. Number 8, Michael Post.
And Seth Wheeler will step back into the box. Now you have a lot of speed. Not that Thompson didn't give you that speed, but Post gives you even more speed on the bases. So to me, that almost means maybe he'll will bunt, but if he can get that ball down, Post can score out there from second. And he tries to lay down the bunt.
And if you're set here,
and it will be a called strike.
Yes, it's a big situation, but hey, stay within yourself. Don't try to do so much. Don't try to win the ball game on one swing. Just have a quality at bat, put the ball in play, and just make something happen.
0 for 1 count right now for Wheeler. See what Coach Dawson tells him to do here. Look to bunt on the first play, and they will throw it up to second to keep Post put.
If you're Post out there, you don't want to get the shortstop to come pick behind you and get picked off a second to eliminate that heck of a hit, the second of a start that Corey Thompson got you on.
0-1 count here for Wheeler. Post with a big lead off second. And time will be called by I believe the catcher called for time. And the count will stay at 0-1. I think both teams realize just how crucial this moment of the game is right here with no outs on the board. And Corey Thompson getting that leadoff double to start off this inning. Arkansas Tech looking to battle back into this one in the bottom of the ninth. Lays down a gorgeous bunt. And the ball is overthrown at third. And here comes Post at home, and the ball game is tied up.
Great job by Spencer. Make sure you got the ball down. When you get the ball down, when you get the ball in play, things like that happen.
And I believe we'll have a throwing error on Missouri Western on the overthrow to third. Seth Wheeler lays down a beautiful bunt. Credit Post on some beautiful base running there. And now we have a different story here. No outs, runner at second. And look who you have coming up to the plate right now, Daniel. You got Marcus Wilson coming up to the plate. 2 for 4 on the day, batting .294 on the day thus far. Or on the year, I should say, excuse me.
And if you're Tech, this is the catch you want at the plate. This is your senior leader, has some experience in this situation. This is the guy you want at the plate. And if you're Marcus here, stay within yourself. You're a great hitter. You're a disciplined hitter. Just stay within yourself.
But like you mentioned, too, Marcus Wilson has the capability to get this ball out of the park, too, with a .412 slugging percentage. But I don't think that's what Marcus Wilson's looking for. In the first two innings, or his first two at-bats, rather, singled and tripled in his first two appearances. Had a fielder's choice in the fourth, grounded out in the seventh.
We might see I'm not going to talk about that. We'll see what happens.
And here comes the first pitch of the at-bat for Marcus Wilson. Seth Wheeler at second. Wilson lining up for a bunt. And the pitcher thought better of it.
It's not a bad idea by Marcus.
I think that you saw the word time around. Is that a good look for Marcus Wilson right now?
I mean, I would let him swing away, but I'm not.
That's a smart thing to do, though, because, I mean, you just saw what happened. We had a bunt earlier and got a run out of the deal. I think this is a good play here for Marcus Wilson, lining up for a bunt once again. Pulls back, and it will be a ball.
If you're Marcus here, make him throw strikes. And just don't try to do too much with it. Let the ball get in the zone. Let it travel. Stay back. Let the ball play. Good things happen to you.
1-0 count on the board. Wilson lining up for a bunt once again. Pulls back. Not in time. It will be a called strike, and that will even the count at 1. 1-1 count. Seth Wheeler at second. Wilson's lining up for a bunt once again. On the 1-1 pitch. Pulls back outside the zone for a ball. Great eye there for Marcus Wilson. That'll put the count at 2-1.
That's what comes with that senior experience. He knows what to do in this situation. He knows just stay within himself. Don't do too much. Now it looks like they're going to, Missouri Western's going to put Marcus Wilson on. You're already down 2-1. Or no, you're down 2-1 in the count. And now you're going to have Dylan McDermott, the sophomore out of Greenbrier, Arkansas, that's 2-4 on the year, or 2-4 on the day. Still a good option.
Absolutely. And that'll be the fourth ball of the at-bat. Marcus Wilson will take a quick stroll over to first base. No outs on the board, but now you get Dylan McDermott up to the plate. Runners at first and second. I think that was a smart play from Missouri Western. They know what Marcus Wilson's capable of, but now you get up just an equally as hot of a hitter at the plate for the Wonder Boys. He singled in his last appearance, doubled in his first, and in the third inning he grounded out, but he had a sacrifice RBI come out of the deal. 4-4 is your score, no outs. McDermott looking to bunt once again, pulls back, but no pitch will be thrown.
I agree with this call by Coach Dawson. Yes, Dylan's been 2-4 today, but hey, if you have no outs, runners on first and second. If you get his bunt down, you get runners on first, second, and third. With Jake Harvey, that's been
pitch inside the strike zone for a strike.
If you get it down, you have Jake Harvey that's done good for you all day, 2 for 4, and hitting 467 on the year.
0-1 count here for Dylan McDermott. Tyson Campbell still on the mound here for Missouri Western. Runners at first and second. McDermott looking to bunt, pulls back, not in time, be a called strike.
Just get it down, move the runners up, and now you'll probably take the bunt off here and let McDermott swing away, which that's a great option too, because Dylan likes to put the ball in play.
Oh, 2 count, and time will be called. Okay, we're good. 0-2 pitch, McDermott in the dirt. Was able to pull back, and that will be a called ball, puts a 1-2 count on the board.
This is the quality AB you want to see from sophomore first baseman. You just want to put the ball in play, stay within yourself. It's a big situation, but you want to stay within yourself and don't do too much.
4-4 is your score here in the bottom of the ninth. The Wonder Boys got 1 run early and looking to win the ball game here in the bottom of the ninth inning, and a great opportunity. Runners at first and second. The pitch outside the strike zone for a ball, and that'll leave in the count at 2.
Do you have the runners on the move here with 2-2?
I think you keep them put right now. Depending on what the call is, you can easily make a call for maybe a sacrifice fly to try to advance Wheeler over to third, maybe get Wilson over to second. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll be a strikeout, the second of the day for Tyson Campbell. Tough break for McDermott, but the positive, that is the first out of the inning. And Jake Harvey will step up to the plate. He is also 2 for 4 on the day. Had an RBI single come in the first inning, singled in the 5th inning.
If you're Missouri Western, do you put him on? And Zach Krukowski has not done much all day.
He hasn't, but I think we're going to do something else before we put him on. Looks like we're going to maybe have a pitching change for Missouri Western. Time has been called. We'll wait for an official signal from the pitching coach for Missouri Western. No call has been made. They're probably doing some yes, there was the call right there. And it looks like coming to the mound will be number 30, I believe. Let's wait to confirm that. I believe number 36, actually.
Donald Warner, I believe.
Yes, it will be Donald Rayner coming up to the plate, the righty, senior from Lovelock, Nevada. And he'll come in here in a very crucial part of this ball game. One out on the board. We'll have runners at first and second for the Wonder Boys. Jake Harvey will come up to the plate. He is 2 for 4 on the day, batting .467 on the year.
And hitting 400, a cool 400 with the runners in scoring position.
This is a quality hitter right here. And I believe you mentioned before that Missouri Western may think about trying to pitch him through and get him on and get Krakowski with a bases loaded situation with one out, which, pick your poison, but we'll see what Missouri Western decides to do. And we've mentioned throughout the broadcast, we hope that you will make your way out to Tech Field tomorrow afternoon for the games 2 and 3 of this doubleheader, or of this series, I should say, for tomorrow's doubleheader. First pitch scheduled for 12 o'clock p.m. tomorrow at Tech Field. But if you cannot make it out to the game, make sure you stay tuned to ArkansasTechSports.com. Live video, audio, and stats will all be available for free of charge. So make sure you either can make your way out or make sure you listen your way here at Tech Field for Arkansas Tech Wonder Boy baseball. And as we mentioned earlier as well, a very busy day of athletics tomorrow. Men's and women's basketball at Ouachita Baptist. We got a big tennis match kicks off for the spring. Baseball, softball is playing. Make sure you stay tuned to ArkansasTechSports.com for all your updates for Arkansas Tech athletics. Here we go. Jake Harvey will step into the plate. Runners at first and second. Low into the dirt. That pitch got away from the catcher, but he was able to hustle back and keep the runner split.
What a game to come back for your home opener.
Absolutely.
These two teams have not disappointed.
No, this has been a fantastic game from top to bottom. And the Wonder Boys are in a great spot right now with one out, runners at first and second. You would love to try to advance those runners over. Harvey's looking to do so, and here comes the 1-0 pitch to Harvey. Low and away, that ball gets away from the catcher. And now you get the runners even more in scoring position. You advance them to second and third.
The winning run is 90 feet away. If you're Harvey here, hey, you're up 2-0 in the count. Do not try to force a base hit here. Stay within yourself. Let it come to you. Make him throw strikes. And if he leaves the ball up, put it in play, and we win the ball game.
And looks like they're going to finish off this and intentionally walk Jake Harvey. Do not have any action in the bullpen right now, but they've had some warm-up pitchers going. I doubt they make a change right now. That'll be ball 3 of the at-bat. Nope, ball 4.
And now you have Zach Krakowski coming up to the dish. Hitting .444 on the year, .444 on the year. Struck out twice. And from all that, he has a 4-game hitting streak on the line. What a way to extend it and win you a ball game.
This would be a big time to do it. One out on the board. Bases loaded here for Zach Krakowski. Seth Wheeler is the winning run in scoring position right now. Donald Rayner at the plate, low into the dirt for a ball.
A walk-off walk wouldn't be too bad either.
Win's a win, no matter how. It doesn't matter what kind of spin you put on it. Win's a win. 1-0 count for Krakowski. But I think if you're Krakowski, you want to get this ball in play. You don't want to win a game on a walk-off. You want to win this game on a walk-off hit, not a walk. And I'm sure he knows that. And I'm sure the coaches know that. 1-0 count, and here comes the 1-0 pitch to Zach. And the pitcher will think better of it. The play is first, and the runner will be safe. Is your count for Zach Krakowski. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Bases loaded. Krakowski gets away from the hitter. The catcher misses it. The play at home, and he will be out at home. Tough break for Seth Wheeler. Looked like Seth Wheeler got caught off guard. He didn't see that ball get away from it.
Yeah, it seemed like he was going back to third. He didn't have a big enough secondary, and he got thrown out of the plate. You can't.
Even still, right now, 2-0 count right now for Zach Krakowski. Still got a chance. It looks like they're going to intentionally walk him. And that will bring up Mark Vaughn to the plate. And Krakowski will take first base, and now we'll get the bases loaded once again. And here comes Mark Vaughn. Mark Vaughn, 1 for 4 on the day. Got his first hit of the day in the 8th inning when he singled. A single here would win the ball game. Marcus Wilson is the winning run in scoring position. And here we go, 2 outs, bases loaded. Mark Vaughn at the plate. The pitch. Vaughn holds, and it will be a ball.
This is the guy you want. I mean, Mark's a great hitter. Has that experience of being in these close games. What a way to win a ball game.
1-0 count for Vaughn. Vaughn swing and a miss, and that'll even the count at 1.
Looked like he was trying to hit that ball out.
He looked like he was trying to. Don't need to do that right now if you're Vaughn. You just want to get a solid hit, try to get it out into center field, and get your team the victory. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Bases loaded. Vaughn gets connection, and it pushes just foul. That would have worked, too.
I mean, anything that gets down somewhere on a blade of grass would be great for us to win in a walk-off action.
Within the fences here. Yeah. I mean, technically, it did hit. No. 1-2 count here for Mark Vaughn. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Vaughn holds. It will be a called ball, and that will keep the count at 2. Even counted 2. 2 outs for Mark Vaughn. Vaughn looking to win it for the Wonder Boys in walk-off fashion. Otherwise, we're heading to the top of the 10th inning. Vaughn will get connection but push it foul.
This is the definition of a quality at-bat. It's a 2-2 count. You got a chance to win a ball game, a close ball game against a good baseball club. You just want to put the ball in play and battle off some tough pitches with 2 strikes.
Vaughn gets connection, and it stays in play. And the runner will be tagged out at third. And And that will do it for the bottom of the ninth inning, and we're heading to extra innings here for the home opener for the Wonder Boys this year. Tough break for the Wonder Boys, leading 3 on, but in the process, you do tie the ball game up, and we're going to extra innings. We're heading to the top of the 10th. Wonder Boys and Missouri Western tied up at 4. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Tech Field. Daniel, 9 innings wasn't enough, so we're going to go play some more. We got some free baseball coming for you here on ArkansasTechSports.com. We head to the top of the 10th inning. Missouri Western and Arkansas Tech tied at 4 apiece. And we have a couple defensive substitutions. A new pitcher in for Arkansas Tech. We'll get to that in a moment. First pitch will be outside for a ball. Levi Schreiner's at the plate here from Missouri Western. 2 pitches and 2 balls. Brandon Boslav is now on the mound for Arkansas Tech. There's a deep fly ball to center field, and the play will be made by Seth Wheeler, and that'll be the first out of the inning for Arkansas Tech.
It almost looked like Seth got a slow jump on that, but he was able to recover and get the first out of the inning.
David Glow will come up to the plate. Now he's 1 for 4 on the day. Singled in his last appearance. Boslav's first pitch outside for a ball. Pops one up and pushes that foul. And looks like a cow got hit. Sounds like it's not looks like. We couldn't see the cow from here. 1-1 count, 1 out. David Glow at the plate, inside corner for a ball. Puts the count at 2-1.
If you're Boslav here, you just want to pitch contact like we've done all night. And that 2-1 pitch is on the outer half. For ball 3, 3-1 count. Boslav's on the ground, on the mound, and David Glaude at the plate. And Glaude was 2 steps down the first base for ball 4. The home plate umpire, nope.
Not so fast, my friend. Stole the famous phrase from Lee Corso. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pulls that one. Cocked and loaded, and he pushes it foul over left field.
And there's another cow. It's tough to be a cow over here at Tech Field.
It really is, especially over on this part of the field. Full count, strike him out swinging. Boslav gets his first strikeout of the day. And a big one at that in the top of the 10th inning.
And now you have Jeremy Alvarado at the plate. 1 for
3 on the day is Alvarado. struck out in his last appearance, singled in the 6th inning.
That seems like an eternity ago.
Really does at this point. Pops that one over towards short for the 6-3. Put out at first. Wonder Boys push him down. 1-2-3. We head into the bottom of the 10th inning. Wonder Boys got a chance to win it. We'll take a break. We'll be back. You're listening to Wonder Boys Baseball. Back to Tech Field. We're in the bottom of the 10th inning. The Wonder Boys got a chance to win it here. And stepping up to the plate for the Wonder Boys to start off the bottom of the 10th inning, my main man, number 14, Parker Odell, the senior from Branson, Missouri.
This is Parker's first AB of the year. What would it be like to have our guy, Parker Odell, walk this game off with a leadoff home run?
You know, Parker's been waiting for this moment all year, and he could come up big time here for the Wonder Boys. Here comes the first pitch to Parker. Swing and a miss for Parker.
He was looking for it, too. If you're Parker here, just take a couple deep breaths, stay within yourself, and just put the ball in play, have a quality at bat.
0-1 count here for Odell. Inside corner for a ball. Good patience there from Odell. I think that ball was wanting to be put more inside by Wayner, but just wasn't able to do so. And Parker showed some good patience, and that puts the count at 1-1. Into the dirt again for a ball. Puts the count at 2-1.
You see the senior having that senior experience, not trying to do too much, just let the ball play and make Warner throw some strikes.
Parker gets bounces off the pitcher's glove. Odell hustling to first, and he beats the throw. Parker Odell leads off the bottom of the 10th inning with a leadoff single, and he hustled to get to first base.
That's probably not how he wanted his first hit to be, but hey, sometimes you got to take those cheap ones that you'll get that just bounced off Wayner's glove, and he beat that ball out. Now you have Connor Brady at the dish.
Connor Brady comes to the plate, 1 for 4 on the day is Brady, excuse me. The shortstop with Parker Odell at first base after hustling his way to first. Brady looks to lay down a bunt, bounces off the catcher, and the catcher's a little bit woozy to get up. Looked like it bounced off maybe the groin of him or the lower thigh.
That's why the catchers are the toughest person on the...
Absolutely. That will put an 0-1 count on the board because that will go down as a foul.
If you're Brady here, just get the ball down, You saw what happened in the bottom of the 9th inning previously. Just get the ball down and let whatever's going to happen happen.
Brady will step into the box on an 0-1 count. Odell at first. The play is first, and Odell will be safe. Brady steps back into the box on an 0-1 count, looking to bunt, pulls back, and it will be a ball that'll leave in the count at 1.
Good patience by Brady not to make sure if you're going to get a bunt, if you're going to lay a bunt down, make sure you're bunting strikes, and make sure you go up and down with your knees, not with your bat head. That's when you pop balls up when you're trying to bunt.
Even count at 1 here for Brady. And time will be called. I believe Brady called for time. Odell at first. Brady trying to advance Odell around. Brady pulls back, and that will go down as a ball. That'll put the count at 2-1.
If you're Brady here, you want to make Wayner pitch ball in zone, and just make sure you bunt strikes, and just make sure you get Parker to second.
And Brady lays down a bunt. Beautiful bunt over to third. Brady is out at first. That was Zoller, however, advanced Odell to second. Call that a fielder's choice. 5-3 out at first. But Parker Odell advances over to second. Now you got the runner in scoring position.
Good job by Connor Brady to get the sag bunt down. You moved Parker up to second. Now you have Shane Pollard, who is 0 for 4 on the year. What does that mean? First,
Absolutely.
first of the year, which possibly could be a walk-off game-winning hit.
Shane Pollard 0 for 4 on the year, as Pete Daniel just said. Walked one time, struck out twice at the plate. Big-time opportunity to get a hit here for Arkansas Tech. Parker Odell is at second, and time will be called. I think Dave Dawson wants to make sure Pollard has the proper call for him.
Here goes Dawson here. What do you tell Pollard?
Just try to keep the ball in play. I'm not necessarily looking for a bunt. If you are going to bunt, push it over towards the first base line. I say just swing away and see what happens.
I mean, this has been a crazy last 3 innings or so.
Absolutely it has. I think Coach Dawson was just clarifying some substitutions that have been happening with a couple pinch hitters coming in. And Shane Pollard will stay in the box here. .333 on base percentage.
If you're Pollard here, you just want to find a way on.
Odell with a big lead off second. Pollard will be called for a strike. If you're Pollard here, you want to be pretty patient here at the plate. Wait for your pitch to come across.
It'd be nice if we can get it down to Marcus Wilson down there that's in the hole.
And another called strike for Pollard. Puts the 0-2 count. Seth Wheeler is on deck here for currently is on deck. That could potentially change. Seth Wheeler's on deck, and Marcus Wilson both due up here for Arkansas Tech, pending Pollard gets a hit here. 0-2 count for Pollard. And the pitcher's going to check up. Make sure Parker stays put at second. Pollard took a big hack at it, pushes it foul, just off of first base.
you like the aggressiveness by Shane. You got two strikes. You got to battle. You got to swing at anything that's close. It's a great AB by him.
And here comes the 0-2 pitch. 1 out. Shane Pollard at the plate. Inside for a ball. Close to being hit by the pitch, but he held. Even still, call for a ball. That'll put the first ball on the board for a 1-2 count. Daniel, you stretching out a little bit now?
We had too many of these games last year.
1-2 pitch. Pollard gets it down to the center. And here comes Parker. Odell gets the winning run for the Wonder Boys. Shane Pollard gets the RBI walk-off single, and the Wonder Boys get the victory.
What a way by Shane. He was in a pitcher's count. He made sure he stayed back. He was saving himself, and he made sure he hit that ball back at the middle. What a way. And that's his first rookie of the year and his first hit of the year. What a way to get your first base knock of the year.
Shane Pollard gets the walk-off RBI single for the Wonder Boys. Parker Odell will get credit for the run, and the Wonder Boys hold on and battle back in the bottom of the 10th inning to get the 5-4 victory over Missouri Western. That's a big win for the Wonder Boys, Daniel. Bouncing back, they've lost 3 straight. Gets another win in the win column, pushes them to 2-3 on the year. They'll come back with a doubleheader tomorrow, but even still right now, a big victory for the Wonder Boys.
And what a way to start your home season. You win on a close ball game. You win those close games. Then last year, we possibly could have. We were on the wrong side of those games.
Absolutely.
But it's great to start off your home season with a walk-off win. And if this is what the details tomorrow, they're in for a good game tomorrow.
We're in for a great game tomorrow. Wonder Boys come away with a big 5-4 victory. Let's take a look at some stats real quick before we wrap our broadcast up. Parker Odell will get credit for the run to win the ball game. Shane Pollard will get credit for the walk-off RBI. Marcus Wilson will finish today 2 for 4 from the plate, 2 hits, and 1 walk. Leading the way in the RBI category, currently at least on our side of the lineup, Dylan McDermott, Jake Harvey, and obviously Shane Pollard and Parker Odell. Shane Pollard, Harvey, and McDermott will all get an RBI on the day. But overall, top to bottom, Daniel, just a fantastic game on both sides. And for both teams, particularly with our Wonder Boys, this is a big victory, and it will help this team moving forward.
Yeah, and you saw the experience tonight. It's a close ball game. Those guys, they went down 3-2 in the 3rd inning. I'm sure those seniors go, it's a long way from being over.
Absolutely.
So they were like, hey, let's stay in it. And give credit to Humberto Montiel. That cat he gave up 3 runs in the 2nd inning, but he was spectacular after that 2nd inning. And then you have Blake Sullivan that gave us 4 solid good innings.
Absolutely.
And he kept us in it. And we had a chance to win the ball game. That's the first home win of the year.
Arkansas Tech comes back in the bottom of the 10th and gets the big 5-4 victory. Arkansas Tech finishes with 5 runs, 12 hits, 2 defensive errors. Missouri Western, 4 runs off 6 hits and 2 errors. Arkansas Tech comes away with the big victory. For Daniel Turner, I'm Matt Jenkins. We will be back on the airwaves of ArkansasTechSports.com tomorrow at 11:50 a.m. for a first pitch time of 12 o'clock p.m. We appreciate you joining us here for Daniel Turner. I'm Matt Jenkins. Your Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys come away with a big 5-4 victory. We'll see you guys tomorrow. You've been listening to Wonder Boys Baseball.